Can you turn her into a housewife? That's a no. I know. Thought she was about you, she was really about her name. Her no. Took her but she got a man, she was fucking me too. Oh, that's what she do. Stranger in the house, making me I wonder why. Nothing like laying down with a motherfucker that love.
Salute, 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 everybody. Salute. You already know the vibe. Welcome to On Go. We are back with another one. Grand Rising, top of the AM to everybody. We are back. Listen, y'all, we got Big Gigi, y'all. Big Gigi, y'all. Got to play the sound effect. This is the blue button. This is the Yusufa button. Allegedly. Allegedly. Listen, y'all, we got Big Gigi crashes out on Charisse and Luce Cannon. And her sister joined the panel as well. She goes nuclear. It's a lot. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. Salute to everybody, like I said, on the way in. Let's just get right into the content. Everybody hit the poll. Everybody drop a like and make sure they are subscribed to the channel. Make sure they're notified when we are dropping new content. Welcome to On Go. If you are new, you are on go like I'm on go. My name is OOTA and I'm on go. You on go too. The whole thing about it is we need to be on go together. We could talk about anything we want. We could do anything we want to do as long as we ain't violating nobody in no wrong ways, right? Salute.
Just had a baby November 3rd, and this nigga's already out cheating again. I hit up the girl, and this is what she says, like I'm a dummy.
Got time on my nigga Cannon. Hey,
On stage.
hold up. Why didn't get no napkins? You know that shit gonna be.
Ginny got one.
Oh.
Imagine at home, postpartum, just having a baby, recovering from a C-section, and your husband's running around with Black China. Then they go public and call me a liar and say I'm crazy. Sound familiar?
I'm telling you, you should really say something. And dress it. It's just music. Music.
Ready?
Fine ass nigga. I'm a joke.
Ready to work the song?
Yeah. I think I might start having draft with this public statement.
You ready to work on the song?
Yeah, you want to say something?
No.
So I put a recorder in the backyard right here. He seemed to spend most of his time there while I'm here raising his baby going through postpartum, and this is what I hear.
What's up, baby? Where you going?
We shot it. I'm in my bedroom.
Your laser appointment? Okay, so we're gonna go to the studio and the club tomorrow. We're gonna go to the studio tonight.
Studio tonight?
Yeah, we're gonna go to the studio instead of the club because Charisma said it's gonna.
I like the style. I ain't like that shit anyway.
Oh God. So I'm gonna set it up. I'm gonna give you the time and bring your fine ass there.
How your phone is ready?
I said I'm gonna give you the time and everything. We're gonna link. We're gonna really work. And we're gonna party. And we're gonna do some extras. Mm-hmm.
So of course I confront him.
What you doing? Now you leaving? Now you leaving? Yeah, he right here. Here, go ahead.
What are you doing?
Now you leaving?
Leaving where?
You just put your baby down just so she don't see you walking in here in the house with your wife?
What the fuck is you talking
With your
about?
wife and your baby?
You are fucking retarded.
Oh, you don't want her to see you here with your wife and your baby?
You is retarded. What the fuck is wrong with you?
You don't want her to see you here with your wife and your baby? Is that what it is?
You're ignorant.
Is that what it is?
What is the point? What the fuck is you doing?
What do you mean? I'm just trying to figure out. You don't want her to see you with your wife and your baby?
What?
Don't turn off the light. You don't want her to see you at home with your wife and your baby?
Stop. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Nigga, we're married. And you fucking around with another bitch. What are you talking about? You got a newborn baby. What do you mean? What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about?
No, you're...
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, the backyard that he be talking to you in. Yes, with his wife and newborn baby. Yes, with his wife and newborn baby.
What is... Literally, what's wrong with you?
You're not going to tell her that you're married?
You're dumb.
No, so now you're not married, Tremaine Williams? Huh? What? Stop!
You guessed it, punched me right in the face. I'm the one who should be pissed. I'm the one who's going through postpartum and just had your daughter while you're running around. I'm the one who should have been doing the punching. After that, I told him I wanted a divorce. I stayed in the house because I was recovering from a C-section. He still had a bunch of dudes living in the house like we were running a Motel 6. I never understood why a grown man would want grown men in the house.
And I know Gigi don't like us, but man, I ain't never disrespected her. I ain't never said nothing bad about her, bro. And I actually kind of felt bad for all the shit she had to go through. But, you know, I can't respect cuz nigga don't even take care of his kids, bro. And I'll never respect anybody that got kids and ain't there for him, homie. That shit is out.
He thought he made it after Black China. He thought this was it until...
I was reached out to by Black China's people asking, did I know Luce? And I said, yes. He, you know, my uncle treats him like a nephew. He's like family. They then asked me, was he married? And I said, yes, he's married to my homegirl. I used to be her and her daughter's hairstylist. After that, that's when China put 2 and 2 together. And she was like, well, what do I do? I said, your best bet.
He in Brooklyn.
No. So I said, your best bet, China, is to, you know, it's a lot going on. You already got to part your ways.
His manager tried to apologize for the publicity scam they pulled with China, but it was over. Or so I thought. You're probably wondering, how was he able to pull China? Well, this right here. This is the lawyer that he used to work out an NFT deal where he got $25,000 up front. Able to use this money to fund his little soiree with China so she would believe he had all this money. This is what he spent his money on. $500 crab legs for China and $75 for your daughter.
Got their own network, nigga. It's called the For Us By Us Network. You can look it up on the App Store. It's real similar to like a YouTube app. It's a streaming app, but they got all kind of movies and shows and shit and all that. But they was filming a show kind of like behind, you know, bro. And is, you know, supposed to come up in the music industry, whatever, you know. But it's a real show. We got some footage and shit, but at the end of the day, we still got some more shit we got to shoot. We a couple more, like I think they said like 6 or 7 more days of shooting. We could, you know, if we did some real, you know, full days and shit, we can get some more content. But that's real because I know we dealing with the network directly. I've been there. I done talked to one of the owners. We done met the owners, been around them and all that type of shit. So that's some real shit. But, you know, cuz threw some figures around. I don't know if those was real, but we never really confirmed those with the network. And we still haven't signed a contract yet. So, you know, I'll be looking at everything, man. Whatever, because, nigga, we had to put up 10 bands each. And the nigga T-Lo didn't even have his 10 bands, so me and Beather split that and told cuz, you know, he gonna have to break us. We gonna have to, he gonna get what he's gonna get, you know, at the end of the day, because if he didn't have the money to bond in, we taking care of it, so we gonna take the money he was supposed to get and let him bubble off a little something. But, you know, like I said, nigga be exaggerating, lying, and deceiving and all type of shit, so I don't even know if the figures is real, because I ain't never heard about the network now. I know we are gonna get paid, but, you know, it's just one of them things, man. Shit's all real new to me, so, you know what I mean? I just be trying to, you know, fall back and watch, but I said shit been getting revealed. The network shit's cool, because I know that's real, because like I said, we got relationships and we done put the money in the nigga hands, so some real business with them, but we'll see how it all plays out, man. Yeah, I don't know what they got going on, man. Honestly, this nigga lied about that whole situation, bro, because that night that Barry got shot at, the very next morning is when they went to the hospital and did that shit. This nigga lied and said that he went and drilled the niggas that did it and this and that, blah, blah, blah. And he got this big ass shootout and the police is looking for him and the nigga didn't make it and all this bullshit, nigga. Trying to pin it on me and say it was my fault and blah, blah, blah and all this bullshit, nigga. So I don't know what the fuck they got going on there. Nigga, they be on some weird shit. He over there with that bitch. And nigga, the other day when he came to the network, he was like talking about they shooting their own show now, just him and her. And the network was like, nah, we got a show with IBM with you know, these niggas put money in my hands, so, you know, it's the IBM show and shit. And I don't even know what to call it, man. They be on some real Mickey shit over there, bro, doing some real goofy shit, man.
So I was friends with the beautiful Princess and Moniece, amazing women. I was friends with them, and when I would get invited to things with them, I would bring Cannon. Per usual, usually when you go out with your girlfriends, you don't bring your dude around. But Cannon went with me everywhere. He was always trying to be in the same circles I was in. So I went to a premiere that Princess was producing, and I brought Cannon along, of course. Went to dinners for friends' birthday parties, and of course, who came along? Cannon. Look at him looking all ugly. Just annoying. Should have never did that. So as you can see, Cannon didn't know anyone. Nobody knew him. Of course, by me bringing him around, it put him around people in the industry where he was able to make connections. Okay. So me being the supportive wife, he wanted to be a producer. He dropped Cookout, and I came up with IBM for his record label, Integrity Before Money, paid for the logo, and got it designed. Being that he wasn't a good rapper, we paid for publicity for Cookout for a run.
Let's go, we're finna turn this up. Cookout continue.
He clearly needed help. So my friend Princess had a publicist named Monique. Monique knew Black China. So that's how he even met Black China. Monique was helping him with his publicity and was trying to get her on one of his songs. He really thought he was on after this. Through my connections, he was able to meet For Us By Us Network. I'm all for supporting my man, but you're not gonna lie on me.
And if you want to deny being married, then why even have a wife? Why not divorce me?
No, I don't want to put shit on the internet, and you put it on the internet.
Cannon, this is the thing. You say you don't want to put shit on the internet, so you don't want people to know you're married. Why is that a secret?
That's not true.
You've been denying me since you met China. I don't understand why. Why if it's okay? Oh, you can be on the show and this. Then why deny you have a wife? Don't you think everybody's gonna find out you have a wife if I'm on the show?
Yeah.
So then it doesn't make sense. So why deny me to everybody?
No, it's not. It's on my terms. You want to do internet shit.
On your terms. Cannon, do you hear yourself? We took vows and you're literally talking about, oh, it's on my term. Listen to how you're treating me.
So, of course, ever since Black China dropped him, and now he's doing the IBM thing, he goes to For Us By Us Network. They go to Las Vegas, and they're getting ready to do a launch of their show after that meeting. And lo and behold, everything changes. Scam 1 failed, and now he comes in to Scam 2. It just literally was fate. Who does he meet in Vegas, April 2022? None other than, you guessed it, Mrs. Charisse Mills. So the show for IBM was out, and born was Batty and the Beast. I'm sorry, but why get expensive nails just to hold a broke nigga's dick? You can see the date. They were in their suite in Las Vegas. And as you can see on Kenneth's Instagram, same suite in Las Vegas where he met Charisse Mills. So as you can see, the Black China scam failed, and I wasn't going to participate in the lies. So IBM show was the only thing he could do. That is until... This is what I meant by everyone in Canada's life has a position and is a player in his game. Our daughter is now 6 months old at this time. I'm staying at our house in Riverside and at my older daughter's house and hotels. Mind you, he still has these grown adults living in our house. Who does that with a newborn? So as you can see, Charisse was just another player added to the game. He just found someone who was willing to go along with his scam. Somebody just as thirsty as him.
Wives are side chicks and don't even freaking know it.
She was definitely right about that. She should know. She's messed with a lot of married men. Let's remember, this girl met Luce April 8th, 2022. She's already at the house we live in April 30th, 2022. The thirst is real. Okay, as you guys can see, this is my conversation from March 29th, 2022. We are only living together, as I stated, after the Black China thing. We're staying in separate rooms, but again, I'm recovering from a C-section from just having a baby. He's spending all the money, so I'm pretty much stuck. So I'm asking him, just give me the respect to at least not have grown men living in a house with a newborn daughter. As you can see from his responses, he doesn't want to hear it. If you keep reading, you will see that he references to the fame that he wants so bad, and that he just wants me to support him and help him with it. And he knows I'm not with the bullshit. And I'm not with the lies. I will never sell my soul, not for fame, money, or even him. I do want to say, even though his little IBM gang members were living with us, they never disrespected me. As you can see, I didn't just flee to Texas. I had been talking about going to Texas. Now you guys get a clearer picture of the scam. He's been wanting to be famous for a very long time and was willing to sell his soul and do anything to get it. He knew I wasn't going to support that. I'm not going to support lies. I'm not going to support you cheating just to make yourself look good or to fit your narrative that you want for the fame. As you see, I reference also to a DV case. We'll talk about that in another episode. So as you can see, the only reason why he's doing everything that he's doing to me is to punish me, because I wouldn't help him get the one thing that he wanted most, fame. Talking about he's doing this for us, my ass. I started staying at my daughter's house more at this point until I was able to get money to get out. He refused to give me enough money to leave and get my own place and start over, so I was kind of at his mercy. As you can see from the text, so me pleading and begging for money to help take care of the child that we created through IVF, I see was not working. It wasn't getting me anywhere. He just kept lying about being with Charisse. He kept lying about everything per usual. So I figured I needed to change my tactic in order to get out of the situation. One thing about Cannon, if you notice, when you call him out on what he's done, his actions, abuse, cheating, all he does is deny it. Cannon doesn't want to put anything on him. He doesn't want anyone to think you left because of him. So once I started realizing his endgame and how he was, I realized that me talking to him and telling him I'm leaving because of him, I needed to change that up. Cannon's always complained how I don't worship him enough like everybody else around him. I knew I had to change that up to get what I wanted. Cannon enjoys seeing me beg him for money to take care of the daughter that he chose to have with me and paid for. But he refused to give me any money. He gave me money once. It was $100. I told him, you spent $500 on crab legs for Black China. You're sitting here flying around in Vegas with Charisse, and you can't send money for your daughter? And of course, he still was denying you, Charisse. The crazy part is, these text messages are coming from the same man who went on multiple public platforms saying that he didn't know me, I wasn't his wife, I was just some jump off, and that the daughter that we had through IVF was not his. However, I did learn a few things from Luce Cannon. Definitely always record conversations, screen record, video, audio. Never let your left hand know what your right hand's doing. See, Charisse, he was denying you the whole time. I was going to wait for another episode, but fuck it. Let's talk about it right now. The DV case he's referring to in the text messages is when he beat me so bad, all because I caught him cheating. This was the first time the beating was this severe. It was really, really bad. He stomped on my head, beat me, punched me, kicked me. I had concussions, lacerations, fractured ribs. His lawyer said my medical records were 114 pages long. Yikes. Now, this is where you're going to judge me, but you can't judge me more than I've already judged myself. I didn't press charges. He had never beaten me this bad, but I was scared. Not only was I scared, I just knew that if I told, he was going to flip it somehow. He had always done so and got out of everything. The same way he's got the whole internet believing that I'm some crazy Looney Tune who's obsessed with him, pinning a baby on him that he has no idea about and doesn't even know who I am. But the beating was so severe, it was at a hotel in Rancho Cucamonga. The witnesses came forward and they made statements which the DA was able to press charges without me. And I'm showing you guys screen record from the beginning where I started because I don't want Charisse or him to try to say it's photoshopped or anything like that. Anybody who had any dealings with Cannon will confirm that that is his number during this time, 2022, May. Now him and Charisse are deep into the relationship at this point. Okay, let's scroll. Let's get to the beginning of the conversation. FYI, anybody who knows Cannon knows he always has the text-free app number. That's where I learned it from. Okay, here we go. So he posted this picture on his Instagram calling her his queen. That spells out love to me. What do you guys think? Okay, we saw the number. Let's scroll back to the top. Okay, this is the part of the series that's going to get kind of long. I'm going to let this sit here and let you guys read all the text messages from May 10th, 2022 between myself and Cannon, which I've already showed you the number it comes from. Anybody who knows Cannon can confirm that that's his actual number, and I screen record so you guys can see it for yourselves and no one can say it's photoshopped or anything like that. You can see it in real time. I wanted Charisse to also see this so she can stop painting this false narrative. As you guys can see, I wanted the divorce. I was trying to keep things amicable and work things out. As you can see from the text messages, he never wanted to be with Charisse. He wasn't even claiming her. Mind you, they were living together during this time. But to me, he was claiming that he didn't live with her. He wasn't with her. She was a nobody. He kept apologizing and trying to fix our marriage. I was over it and done, and I just wanted a peaceful divorce, and I wanted him to let me go and leave me alone, which is also another reason why I was using the text-free app. I blocked him from my original number because he kept calling and texting even when he was at Charisse's house. That's how I found out even where she lived. Luce had cheated so many times, and as I said, I take full responsibility for staying with a man who cheated so much. I'm just way too passive, and he knows that, and he was able to get away with a lot of stuff. I should have left him a long time ago. Also, I continued to stay in the home because even though we're not together, I still felt like I could have stayed in the home so he could have a relationship with his daughter, even though we were going through a divorce. All the grown men he had living in the house, I just couldn't take it anymore. And the last straw was when I was asking for him to just give me enough money to get my own place so I could live on my own and still allow him to be in his child's life. He refused and then moved Charisse in. But now he's denying it, as you can see reading the text messages. Can you believe the fact that he's actually denying everything of all the proof that I showed you guys? This is how delusional he is. This is the things that I had to put up with being with Luce Cannon. He makes you act and feel like you're the crazy one, which is the narrative he's painted publicly about me to everybody. This was the reason why I really didn't come forward about the abuse or told anyone, because I knew he would put a narrative out there that I was a liar and was crazy. Thank God for receipts. So let's be very clear, as you can see in the text messages. The only reason why Charisse is even in the position she's in to be with Cannon is because he was tired of fighting with me. He's seen that I wasn't giving up on the divorce. I was putting my foot down and I was really leaving and moving on. Once he realized that there was no coming back this time, that I wasn't going to give him any more chances, that this was it, he knew he had no choice but to make it work with Charisse. Anyways, I'll let you guys go ahead and read some of the text messages to finish it off. I already knew the backlash I would face coming forward with the truth. Cannon's always told me if I ever left him, he would make me pay for it. Nobody would believe me. Nobody would be on my side. Everybody loved him, and he was pretty much God. I guess what I wasn't prepared for, I wasn't prepared for him to throw our daughter in the midst of it and for him to deny her and throw her away like she's trash. I accept my part and responsibility dealing with Luce Cannon. I knew that he was a liar, manipulative, he was a cheater. I guess I just underestimated the power of someone who does the devil's work. I just want you guys to know, manipulation is real. He's always been very, very good at it, as you can see in the text messages as well. He's good at flipping things and making it seem like you're the one who's wrong, you're the one who's disrespectful, despite all the evidence, all the receipts, all the audios, videos. You could play it for him, and he will literally turn it around all back on you. Narcissism at its best. Well, there you have it. Now you know how the scam started, the players behind the scam, and their positions. We also know how Luce Cannon was able to even get in the room with any of these people. It definitely wasn't because of who he knows.
One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. Two can be as bad as one. It's the loneliest number.
Yo, 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 y'all. It's Big Gigi. Go, Gigi. Go, Gigi. Anyways, what's up, y'all? We are back for our nighttime live. Y'all, earlier today was insane crazy. As y'all know, recap, we had Crescent Mills in here. She was, sharing some things, giving us a little insight on her sister. Man, it was a lot of stuff to unpack. So yeah, I don't know if you guys were here earlier. Check out my prior live earlier today. It was definitely some explosive sweet tea. So hey y'all please share, like, subscribe, comment, run these likes up, run these numbers up, tell a friend, tell a mama, tell her anything. Charisse reminds me of a woman with 8-inch pubic hairs. Man, I'm telling you, y'all. So, her new narrative is that I'm obsessed with her, which I kind of find ironic because when her and Luce Cannon were going on a tour speaking about me and my child, I never once said she was obsessed with me. I just said the truth. You're fabricating lies and that's it. Like, I warned you. I asked you multiple times nicely to stop speaking on me and my child. So now, the universe is just giving back what you put out. I don't understand why you want to continue to speak on me, even subliminally, because obviously, I have a channel now. So of course, my supporters are obviously just like your supporters are going back and telling you, they're coming back and telling me. The only difference is that everything I say is 100% facts. I'm not just talking. I'm literally showing receipts. Okay. There's a difference. Okay. So let's just make that very clear. We've already exposed Luce Cannon and Charisse for the liars that they are, the things that they have already lied about, period, point blank. So everybody, like I said, go see episode 1, go see the prior trailers that I've dropped, prior things that I've shared on live with receipts. They're habitual liars, not just liars. They make up stories. They fabricate stories. They fabricate their lives. They make up these delusional, fabricated stories. Big difference than they don't just lie. They literally make up things. They both live in a delusional world, okay, where they are these gods and everybody wants to be them and they're so rich and this and that. Like, it's just a delusional thing that they try to bring everybody else in. And they know that neither one of them can stand on their own with who they really are. So you have to lie, right? You have to lie, fabricate, make up stories in order for people to want to tune in. If they were to tell the truth about themselves, nobody would care, right? It'd be more interesting to make up these stories. So tonight, you guys, hey, you guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Please share, like, subscribe. I got a little, I want to share some things with you guys. How do I say this? I wasn't going to post some of the things I'm going to show you guys tonight. I wasn't going to talk about it. But as I've stated from like the very beginning of when I started making my channel, when I started coming out with the truth, I'm not bashing anybody. I'm not bashing her or Luce Cannon. If you go back and look at any of my videos, I give props when props are due. I'm never a hater. So I don't know why she wants to say I'm obsessed. I'm a girl's girl. Man, woman, whatever. Hey, if you're beautiful, you're beautiful. If you're successful, you're successful. I'm always going to give props when props are due. I'm never going to make up things to make myself look good or to make you look bad. Now, if the truth makes you look bad, unfortunately, that's on you. You know what I mean? And I wasn't going to share the things that I'm going to share with you guys now. I wasn't going to drop the receipts at first. But now that I see that even subliminally, and before I do this, I'm going to give her a last warning. Let me share the truth, because you went on a whole tour lying about me and my daughter. So if you continue to make subliminals, if you continue to reference me or my child in any way, shape, or form, I don't even want you to breathe, think my name or my daughter's name. Let me do what I'm doing since you don't want to apologize publicly for your lies and slander, bullying, harassment, false stories, defamation, and lies, then let me go ahead, put all the truth out there with the receipts, and you just take it. Take your L. Just like I took mine when you permanently put on the internet that my daughter wasn't shit, that she was trash, that's not his child. Oh, he was only around her because he felt sorry for her. Like, because you did all that, now take this. Like, just like I took that ass whooping for my daughter that you were doing, now you take this one. Because I'm letting you know now, if it continues, I'm going to give you a snippet and everybody else tonight of what's to come in store. And you're not going to like it. I can promise you that. It's not going to be pretty. You or Luce Cannon or your lawyer or anybody else. So let's just start there. Okay. So fair warning, any more subliminals, like I said, I'm going to give you a little taste of what's to come. If I see, hear, and sent any more subliminals, any more threats come my way, anything of that nature. Like I said, I'm a very respectable person. We could have been cordial. This could have went a whole different way had you two did not decide to bring me and my child into your delusional, fabricated stories for the rest of the world. I don't play when it comes to my kids. I've said it like from the beginning. So I'm gonna have to say it, say it again for those who don't hear. And so all the Charisse fans, please go back and relay that message. And I appreciate you guys tuning in. Share, like, subscribe this video. So let's do a couple of reactions. There's a couple of things that I wanted to go over, that I wanted to share. And I just kind of want to like react to. So let's start here, you guys. Let's go.
All you got to do is try me. I ain't the godfather to shit. Count me the fuck out. Get the fuck out of here. You're dumb in the brain. Damn camera turned you into something else. Hashtag mistress. Now talk about the OnlyFans. Leave me the fuck alone, please, before I get on bullshit.
Yeah, so, okay, so let's talk about the OnlyFans.
He's calling out Charisse with that. He's saying that she's putting shit between him and him.
Yeah, so we can talk about the OnlyFans thing.
The OnlyFans thing. Luce, I saw Charisse chewing on your balls. I hope that was you.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
So all that stuff is out the window. She was doing it, and then I told her once we got married, all that stuff is gonna stop. We had fun with it, and that's it. Things get leaked, but it is what it is. And then after that, I mean, it ain't no shame getting head from your wife. You get what I'm saying? If you put it on camera, we put it on camera. Dead homies, what's wrong?
By all means, hey, I'm a fan.
All right, so I find that very funny because he's talking. So I don't know if, like I said, she has multiple videos that she has put out herself of her doing multiple things on her OnlyFans prior to just a little bit of whoever has whatever video now. There is another video she's saying, I don't care if whatever you say, it was for show or whatever. The point blank period is you were butt naked and another man was in between your legs. You had no underwear on, no clothes on, period, point blank. I mean, just own it. I mean, it's okay. It's no big deal. We've already debunked that lie. We've showed his face. It was not Luce Cannon. So let's put that up there again. Let's get the face of the person that was in the video because it was definitely not Luce Cannon. Well, I mean, she posted it herself, actually. So let's put that up there again. So that was the guy in one of the videos. As you can see, her legs are up around. She's posting it again herself publicly again. But anyways, the point is that it's not Luce Cannon. You were butt naked. You had no clothes on. You had no underwear on. So it was not Luce Cannon. Oh, no, it wasn't. No, it was not Luce Cannon. Now, there's two videos. Yes, there is a video of you fellatioing Luce Cannon. That's absolutely true. But this man right here, sweetheart, is absolutely not Luce Cannon. And anybody who's watched this video will tell you, you are butt naked. You cannot make that up, okay? You cannot. And you can't get mad at me because this is just the truth. You can't get mad at the truth. Just own it. I mean, it was your past. You're not doing it now. You're with a whole new man. That's okay. But you cannot say that it was loose cannon. This is clearly not loose cannon. In between your butt naked legs. Like, let's just be honest. And again, you're putting it out there. So you can't put stuff out there on and sell it, okay, begging for money per usual, and then get upset when, oh, so this guy is actually a famous porn star. He has multiple videos having sex with women. Let me actually, I'll have to look it up. I don't want to, do it now, but next live, I promise you guys, I will give you his name so you guys can go and Google him. But he is a big porn star who has multiple porn videos with multiple women, not just Charisse, it's multiple women. So this is what he does. He's like a really big star in the porn star world. Like, he's known all over from the porn star world. So like I said, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Just own it. But you can't sit here and try to slander and laugh at other people when, honey, in order to make $1, you had to bust your pastrami flaps open. So how are you going to come for another woman because and laugh at her being beat on by your man? You know what I'm saying? And laugh at a man who's disowning his child when you're out here doing stuff like this. Like, it doesn't make sense. But anyways, so as you guys can see, that's not loose cannon. Loose cannon, again, is a liar. There is more than one video. It was not just him. She was doing porn, OnlyFans subscriptions. Like I said, when it all came out, her members, people who bought her stuff, people she was sending nasty videos to. Because, in the way the guy explained it to me was when you buy her subscription, you can also pay for private videos that are not on the public part. You can pay for your own personal video, which then makes it your property to do with so as you wish, right? Okay. So she's giving consent for you to have the video, blah, blah, blah. So you can't get mad about that. You cannot get mad about that. You're mad at me. You're mad at the wrong person again. You are seriously got to stop being mad at the wrong person. I'm just the messenger speaking the truth. As I said, this is not loose cannon. Okay. Popular porn star, not loose cannon. So yes, there is a video of you giving your man fellatio. 100%. Absolutely. Nobody's saying it's not okay. If you and your man want to post your sex stuff for money, that's fine. Now, what I'm concerned about is when you do that and then you're still asking for people to buy your t-shirts, that's a problem. Because I know one thing, if I'm about to give fellatio to my man and I'm about to post it, you best believe I ain't going to have to be selling no t-shirts on the side of the road. But that's just me. I don't know. I don't know if it's because Cannon's he's not circumcised. So I don't know if that played a part in maybe, you guys not, making enough money on the video. I'm not sure. I don't know. But I was thinking that, sometimes when a man is not circumcised and a woman's, private parts are flapped open like that, sometimes because I was thinking, you guys, about why the water was the color that it was. Because I know that was a really big thing, why the water was the color that it was. And I was thinking that maybe there was some type of yeast or bacteria infection. Because, if a man is uncircumcised and he doesn't clean it correctly, that can mess with a woman's pH balance. And I'm assuming, this is just my assumption. Again, this is not proof. I don't know. But I'm assuming when somebody's private parts are that loose and that flapped open and hanging, I'm just assuming you're more susceptible, especially when you have pastrami meat and there's a bunch of weird slug flaps. It's just a bunch of meat hanging everywhere, kind of hanging like a penis. I'm just assuming that, maybe an infection. Anyways, I was just trying to, I don't know for sure. Again, this is not a fact. I'm just assuming why the water was the color that it was. Bacteria infections happen, girl. Don't worry about it. No problem. CVS or a doctor, I'm sure, can clear that right on it. But anyways, you guys don't get on her so hard. Like I said, I'm sure that probably is what happened. Being that everybody's seen the video. There was no chocolate chips or anything in the water. But anyways, that was just my assumption, being that I know Cannon's uncircumcised, and I was just assuming that could possibly be a reason, but I don't know. Anyways, there's nothing wrong with being uncircumcised. You guys stop that. You guys stop it. I'm sure there's many men out there who aren't circumcised. I don't know, but just assuming. It matters on how you take care of it, for sure. Okay, so moving right along. So we already cleared that up. Okay. We cleared that up. So clearly this is not loose cannon, okay, in the video. Now, let's go to this. I wanted to go into this one right here. Let's remove this one and let's go to the next one.
Together. So you robbed the weed shop or you extorted them, right? No, never robbed no weed shop, Adam. You know.
Okay, so this right here is, I'm assuming it is a live with Loose Cannon, Loose Lips, of course, getting on here, talking, a lot again about let's just replay that. Let me make sure I have this turned up a little bit for you guys. Hold on a second. I want to make sure you guys hear this very clearly on what he said.
Not one thing together. So
you robbed the weed shop or you extorted them, right?
Okay. He said, and I'm going to read the subtitles. You guys can see them too, but for those maybe who might have bad eyes or not their glasses on right now because it's kind of late. He said him and Big Useless didn't do anything. Me and Big Unisex never did not one thing together. And then Adam said, so you robbed the weed shop or you extorted them, right? And he said, no, never robbed, no weed shop. Adam, you know that. Let me replay it again just so you guys can hear. I was reading, but now I'm going to play it so you can hear it from his own mouth, okay?
Not one thing together. So
you robbed the weed shop or you extorted them, right?
No, never robbed no weed shop, Adam. You know that.
Okay. So now, remember when I told you guys that I tried to politely give warnings? You guys can go back and look at my videos. Please go to Street TV. I did a video in there. Please go to Tasha K. I also did a video in there when I was pleading. Whack 100 has came out and told you guys. I contacted him and asked him because I knew he was friends with Cannon. And I asked him to please give Cannon a message that if he could please have them stop lying and speaking on me and my child. My cries went unheard and they continued to do so. So let me just remind you guys that I was with Cannon from 2018 to April 2022. Okay. And being that we all heard today, I think Charisse said, let's pull that up one more time. I apologize. I just don't want to misquote. I don't like misquoting people. I hate misquoting people when they, I don't want anybody to misquote me. So let me pull this up. Okay. So she says, let's just read this together. At this point, I'm tired of this girl slandering my name. It's giving obsessed. She acts like she got footage from my OnlyFans when in fact she took it from, I can't remember because she has something over it, show I did. Stop hacking our iCloud and taking things off of our phone. Okay. So here Charisse is again. That's my sister, by the way, who sent that to me. Here we go again with Charisse putting false allegations on me. So she's now saying I'm hacking into something that's theirs, which, I mean, if it's his, I know it's not his because he doesn't have a bank account. But anyways, regardless, she's now accusing me of a crime publicly, correct? So again, as I've warned, to please stop speaking on me. So now let's go back to what Loose Cannon said. I just want to hear it one more time before I say
you robbed the weed shop or you extorted them, right?
No, never robbed no weed shop, Adam. You know that.
Okay, so let me be the first to let everybody know that Cannon absolutely extorted and robbed the weed shop. Okay, it's 100% true. He absolutely did it. Point blank, period, end of story. And I'm so glad that Charisse posted what she posted because she just confirmed, as you guys all see, that her and her husband share an iCloud, correct? You guys all saw that. You guys all saw what she said. You guys saw that, correct? You guys, let me put it up there again for those who didn't see that she said that she shares an iCloud, right? She said, stop hacking our iCloud, right? She said that.
So clearly that tells you that Luce Cannon, whoever he's with, they share iClouds, right? Okay, so clearly you would know that we share iClouds. We were together from 2018 to 2022, April 2022. So anything that Luce Cannon did on the phone went to our iCloud. So pictures, videos, emails, all that good stuff, right? Everything went to our iCloud. So we all know that Cannon is a big mouth. As we can see, he's in the feds right now, and he loves calling in, right? He loves talking about what he's done and making up stuff that he hasn't done to make himself seem greater. But he's also likes talking about his own crimes, right? I'm going to tell you, as a woman who was with Cannon during this time, it is absolutely 100% true. And I have the evidence of him at the weed shop, extorting the weed shop, getting the weed from the weed shop, everything you can possibly think of regarding the weed shop, because he was we had shared on iCloud, as Charisse has just so eloquently pointed out that Cannon shares iClouds, right? So obviously, as I said, when he was with me, the iCloud, right? I know the Fed's going to get Charisse should have never, I don't know why she does that. I don't know why people overtalk themselves. So once you open up the floodgates, this is why I say, you got to just learn to be quiet. You got to learn to just leave people alone. Stop poking the bear. And sometimes you put your own foot in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you write a check that your ass just cannot cash. I don't know if everybody's right and she really wants him in jail. I do not know, because it doesn't take much for somebody to just be quiet. And like I said, I had no intention of even confirming, denying, sharing anything. But since Charisse wants to accuse me of crimes, right, publicly, of crimes that I absolutely did not commit, we might as well just we just might as well share everything. We just might as well we might as well just go full force. So yeah, she wants to play those games. So I'm willing to. I'm a willing participant. That's why I wanted to bring this up. She clearly has no problem with lying about crimes and pinning false crimes publicly. This is absolutely accusing me of a crime, which is false. So since she wants to play that game, I'm game. I'm all game. So as I repeated, Luce Cannon absolutely extorted and robbed the dispensary. Absolutely 100% true. And I have every video he took in the dispensary, everything that he took of the money. I have all of that. And like I said, I was not going to share it, but somebody can only take so much of somebody bullying you. Charisse and Cannon are bullies, and they think that they can continue to go at me and go at me and go at me and go at me, and I'm going to just lie down and take it. And I explained to you all and to her, once you brought my child into it, everything, all bets were off. And I asked you repeatedly, please stop talking about me. Stop talking about my child. And you continue. And now you're continuing because I'm sharing the truth. Everybody here, you guys have all seen, I have not lied. I've showed receipts for everything that I have said. I'm sure that I would hope that by now you guys, I've said I will never speak on something that I don't know 100% for sure is true. So clearly, if I'm telling you I have those receipts from my track record, I pretty much say you guys know I'm 100% not lying. I think Wack also confirmed it because those are I sent him a snippet of receipts when I contacted him and asked him to ask his friend to please talk to him and his broad and leave my name out of it and my child. So now that she's came on here and she's publicly lying and saying that I'm committing a crime, I'm here to let her know and her husband's lawyer know that he's guilty. He committed the crime. Absolutely 100%. Okay? So you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. So I suggest, and I'm going to say this for the last time, okay? As people have asked me, I never want to see Luce Cannon, the father of my child, ever go away for life, okay? But clearly this broad does, because I've asked for a simple thing. Please stop speaking on me and my child. Please let me clear up you and Cannon's lies, made up stories, false stories regarding me and my child in peace. The bullying has gone on long enough. And that's it. But she continues. Now she's again accusing me of a crime on a public platform, saying that I'm hacking into something. So she just clearly wants him to, because I've already said this multiple times, that I have a plethora of receipts. This is what the whole channel is about. Clearly, I'm sure she has people in here. So I don't know if you guys are not relaying the message, if you guys are not watching the videos and comprehending. But clearly, as you can see, I'm a woman of my word and I produce. So if I'm telling you he is 100% guilty, that's not the only robbery he's committed that I also have proof of. Like I said, please don't make me. I'm trying to give fair warning. And I want all of you guys as my witnesses. I'm really trying to give fair warning, and she just keeps it going. But I'm glad that she likes to bring it publicly so the world can see how much you really love your husband, how much you love fame, and how much you love clout so bad you're willing to put him away for the rest of his life because you want to play internet games. You want to go at an internet war with a woman who's not like you and who's all about truth and receipts. Okay, look that word up, receipts. When I say receipts, just as you just said so eloquently on your public platform about sharing iClouds, you would know if I was with that man for 4 years, you can imagine how much I have in any one of my iClouds. Okay? So I just wanted to, we're going to move past that, like I said. And you guys are all my witnesses. This is my last warning. I can tell you right now, and I'm going to say this to everybody so you guys can all hear me. Please, please, I'm begging you, Charisse, do not make me do this. At the last episode of my series, I put this on my daughter's life. I will bury your husband, your fake husband. I will drop every single crime he has ever done and all the proof that he has taken himself from his iCloud, text messages, emails. I can promise you that. On my daughter's life, I will bury him. So please, I'm begging you, if you do not want the feds to get this and bring me in or do whatever, I'm asking you, please stop talking about my daughter. Stop saying she's not his. That's cool if he wants to say it. That's fine. Because guess what? I had a baby with him, not with you. Okay? So keep your mouth, please, closed about myself or my child with lies. Now, if you want to go in here and say I'm ugly, I'm a bum, or whatever, those are opinions. They're like assholes. Everybody has one, right? I'm cool with that. But you're making up fabricated stories. So the next time you continue to go on here like everybody is seeing on the screen and you try to pin a crime on me like you guys did when you try to implicate me in the robbery, okay, that your husband set up, which I have proof of again. But anyways, like I said, the last episode, okay, of The Truth Behind the Scam will be receipts of your husband committing every crime that he has documented in his iCloud. And you should ask him and talk to him about this because he's going to tell you like, dang, please remind him, okay? The dispensary that he robbed that is on the indictment was called EB Days. So you guys figure that out. Okay. It was right across from the taco shop downtown. Giving you little tidbits here. Okay. The one where you have to go inside, you go upstairs and then it's upstairs. You see, yes, obviously I know what I'm talking about. So clearly I have all his videos. So please don't make me do it. Like by you even doing this, you're drawing so much attention to him. So much. We all know the feds are on here. So why you would want to put a fake crime on me publicly on your platform? I don't understand why. See, unlike you, Charisse, I'm a woman of God. God don't play about me. As you can see, I didn't have to do nothing to you guys. He spent the block. Before I even came out here, your man was already in prison. God don't play about he don't play about his children. But faith without work is dead. And I'm going to put in the work if you keep going. So I'm asking you to please stop. Okay. So now we got that there. Who documents, Luce got to be worse criminal in human history who documents crimes. So you have to understand, let me explain. I'm going to give you just a little bit because like I said, I'm giving her a warning before I just drop the last episode and blow this whole internet up and crash everybody's computers. But when you do one crime, and it's the same crime continuously, you take a lot of videos and pictures, because now you don't have to take them of the new crime. You can send those videos to the new victim that you plan on robbing or doing whatever. And you can say, hey, look at everything I got. How much do you want? Even though you don't have it, right? Because you only got to do it one time, because now you got all the, you know what I'm saying? Everything, you got it. You know what I'm saying? Correct. Feds downloading iCloud bot across. Exactly. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is why I don't understand why people don't listen when, you know, people ask you to be quiet. Okay, let me answer. Gigi, will you testify? Okay, I've already answered that question, but let me answer it again. Let me recap and explain to you. Charisse, which she so eloquently has talked about again, got a false restraining order against me. LUCE CANNON and Charisse came to the hospital when my daughter was sick with pneumonia. She was 6 months old at the time. I was in the hospital room with my child. LUCE brought Charisse to the hospital. They came into the hospital room where my daughter and I was, okay? My oldest daughter was there, and I was holding the infant. Again, let me repeat. LUCE and Charisse came to our hospital room and tried to come into the door into the room. They came to where I was at. I did not go to them. I didn't go to her house. I didn't go to wherever they were. They came to where I was. They then fought me because my oldest daughter put her hand up and was like, you're not coming in the room. She blocked the door. Charisse went to go hit my daughter, and I punched Charisse. LUCE punched me, the whole thing. After 2 days later, that was on May 15th, 2022. May 17th, Charisse and LUCE both went to the courthouse, okay, keep up, and filed a false restraining order, which I have on video of Charisse. This was what she posted publicly, saying that I came to her, that she was downstairs in the waiting room, and that I went down there and that I fought her. So now that I have her saying that, I never knew about the restraining order until after. So I'm assuming when on the restraining order, I played for you guys. If you guys go look at the video, I don't know if I put it on there, but I think I did. But LUCE CANNON testified. Charisse brought evidence showing, clearly fake evidence, right? Because I never went to where she was. And LUCE sat on that stand. He was sworn in with the judge and testified, okay, for her to get this fake restraining order, knowing that they came up there and attacked me. Okay, wait, I'm not done. So then LUCE and Charisse call CPS. They call CPS and say that I am physically and mentally abusing my 6-month-old daughter. Okay, so let's recap. Not only does she come to where I was, fight me at the hospital with my newborn, then they call CPS anonymously, mysteriously, right, 2 days later, and send them to my daughter's house, telling CPS that I am physically and mentally abusing my 6-month-old daughter. So you ask yourself, are you going to testify? Okay. Then after that, that's when they go on a tour bashing my child, saying that she's not his, he don't know me, I got pregnant in the streets. Charisse said out of her own mouth that Cannon was only around our daughter because he felt sorry for her. Now, again, I'm going to ask you, would you testify? So that should answer your question, is if I was called into court, would I testify? That should answer your question. Before all this came out, you guys, I was begging them to leave me alone. Leave my daughter alone. Leave me, leave our names out of your made up stuff. That's all I was asking. But they wanted to continue. And like I said, I didn't have to do anything. God spent the block, and he ended up telling on his own self. So him being in prison right now is on his own. He told on a crime. The one thing he told the truth about, all the lies that her and him went and told, he told the truth about the one crime he actually committed. You got to be one dumb motherfucker. That's him. She tried to hit my daughter and then fought me. Correct. We actually had a witness, one of the nurses' nieces in the chat that confirmed it. So there's video, like I said, That's one of the warrants that Cannon has on the indictment. He has 2 warrants, which I've shared with you guys already. So he got arrested. She knows this. So why she's continuing, I do not know. I can only assume, like everybody else, maybe she doesn't want him to get out. I don't know. I really do not know. So to answer your question, I took my vows seriously. When Cannon let me know that those vows don't mean shit, and when Cannon and Charisse let me know that to them, my daughter doesn't mean shit. Well, guess what? Your freedom doesn't mean shit to me either. Okay? I don't know about any of you other mothers or how you guys, hey, I'm not judging, but Legacy is my child. I'm her mother. And I would give my life for that little girl. So if you think that I'm going to let her father, not only her father, not drag her all over the internet and talk shit about her, you think I'm about to let some broad do it who was just sucking his dick for 30 days? You got me. Listen, like I said, I don't know what type of mother y'all got, but me, I don't play about mine. I do not play about my children. Say what you want about me. You guys see out there, they're saying, oh, she's bitter, Charisse, I'm obsessed. I'm cool with that. I'm confident with who I am. That wouldn't bother me. But the moment you opened your B flaps to talk about my child and lie and fabricate about her, oh, it's up. It's over. So please don't ask me that again. Like I said, I don't play about my child. I will not have my child one day be getting into it with somebody elementary school or high school, and they bring this up and throw this in her face, and she not see that her mother didn't go to bat for her. My daughter will not go on this damn internet and see these 2 devil worshipers smutting her name all over the internet and her mother sat silent. That will never happen. I will sit on here on this channel and shout the truth to the world, okay? For my child. Just know that. So, absolutely, again, like I said, if I was asked, I will give Charisse and Cannon the same courtesy that they gave me when they lied in court. I will absolutely go to court and tell the truth. Yes, correct. I will. So that answers that question. Okay, moving right along. I'll answer more questions later. Let me just get through this because I want to just let this be known because I want to get this little narrative out of everybody's head. So let's remove this and let's go to this.
Work meetings with Forrest Bias, which is...
So this was Charisse doing an interview with, I believe his name is Shark. I'm not sure, you guys. And then also you guys know I'm a mom. So if I shut my camera off, it's because the baby woke up, just so you know. Because I try to work around her because I don't like to talk about these things when she's around. So I'll turn off the camera if she comes around, just letting you guys know. Or I'm going to check on her or something like that. But anyways, so this is Charisse doing an interview with Sharp, right? So let's listen to this interview.
My new show network that I just did. And the day of their launch, I meet my husband. Totally fucked up all my plans. How the hell am I doing a dating show when I meet the love of my life? I was like, fuck. Now I got to figure out another show idea because this ain't gonna work. I can't do a dating show.
Which, hey, shout out to.
Okay, so as you guys heard,
network meetings.
Oh, excuse me. So as you guys heard, Charisse said that she met Cannon at a Forrest Bias launch network, correct? So let's pull up that. Let's see, when did Forrest Bias network? When did they do their launch? This is Charisse at the launch. As you guys can see, it was in April of 2022. So she met LUCE CANNON April 8th, 2022. Okay. Charisse met LUCE CANNON April 8th, 2022. Right. That was the day of the launch. You guys can go look at it. This is on For Us Bias Network. This was the launch party that they had in Las Vegas, where they met. Right. This is Charisse right here at the launch party. April 8th, 2022, as she said on the Shark Tank interview, this is where she met LUCE CANNON, right? In April. As I told you guys, this was when I left LUCE CANNON. And as you guys heard earlier from Charisse's sister, Crescent, all my stuff was still in the house. Remember I told you after China, we were not together. We were still living together for the sake of our child, right? I was sleeping in a separate room. So I was back and forth between our house in Riverside and my older daughter's house. I was only staying in the house because we just had a newborn. I was recovering from a C-section. Obviously, we've been together I have a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? As I've said previously, he was blowing all the money. So I had to try to work out a plan. Okay. As you can see, Charisse was there because her sister was there and just told you guys all my baby crib. I had a wig company then. So I had a bunch of wig heads because I used to custom make wigs. So she said she saw all the wig heads, all that. So clearly you guys see all my stuff was still there. I was still living there at the time. So this is April 8th, 2022. This is all going to be on the episode tomorrow. I'm just giving you guys a little teaser of what you can see on the episode. Just so you guys can see when I told you earlier that this whole thing was a scam. Nobody else knows because, like I said, you guys came in at the end of the scam. So I'm going to show you guys from the beginning of the scam till now, behind the scene. So again, April 8th, this is when she met my husband. You heard her on the thing. I already told you I was living in the house with our house together, but I was back and forth between our house in Riverside and the house in with my daughter's house in Rancho Cucamonga. So Charisse likes to tell all of you guys that, you know, I need to just move on, that Cannon, as she just said, I think somebody said she just posted, you know, I'm obsessed with her and Cannon and move on. And Charisse seems to think that she was like, Cannon saw her and it was like love at first sight. And he was just like, oh my God, I'm so in love. I have to have this girl, right? And I've never showed anybody this before. So you guys are going to be the first ones to see this, along with, I'm sure, Charisse fans who are going to go and show this to her. So you can let her know. If I wanted to break you guys up, or if that was my goal, I could have been and leaked this what I'm about to leak now. So let me tell you what it is before we kind of just go into it. So this is me and Cannon's conversations. Mind you, Charisse got with Cannon April 8th, 2022. She moved into the Riverside, our house in Riverside. And she was kind of like not moving into 100%, but she had like some stuff there and was staying there by April 10th, right? 2022. That's a couple days later, right? So let's pull up me and Cannon's conversation after they got together. I know she thinks that after they got together that she's just so amazing and he just cut everybody off from the interviews that she said. All right. Okay, let's put this up there so you guys can see this. Okay, so let's start here. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys why I screen record is for that specific reason, because I don't want anybody to say, when you do just screenshots, people could be like, oh, that's Photoshop, this is it. So I screen record everything from start to finish so you could see every move. So you could see it's not a photo or anything like that. You could actually see everything from start to finish. And anybody who knows Cannon, I don't know anybody out there you can confirm that this is actually his number at the time in 2022 when he was with Charisse. Let's proceed. So there's Cannon's number right there, the 323-899-4085. I'm posting it because it's not his number anymore, but just so you guys know. And you can see the dates right there. We're going to scroll. So mind you, he was with Charisse April 8th, 2022. And as you can see, me and his conversation was well after they were already together, right? As you can see, me and Cannon both laughing about her, laughing at her, whatever. Okay. So there's his number. I'm showing you guys. I'm going back, showing you guys. Just let me pause it just so you guys can see. This is a text-free app because with Cannon, when you're trying to leave Cannon will blow you up, gaslight you, tell you all types of stuff, like threaten you, all types of stuff. So I had...
Yo, listen, y'all. Salute. You already know the vibes. I got bacon frying. Gigi up here frying, cooking. Shit, snap, crackle, and popping out this motherfucker. Shit crazy. I ain't gonna hold you. Shout out to Gigi in the chat, though. You already know. Gigi, you funny as hell, son. I'm telling you. I know you. I got my business. I don't give a fuck about this shit. I know, Gigi. But it's crazy how life work and God work. Because you got a talent, my nigga. Shit is funny. You is different, bro. You is different. I'm going to tell you the truth. But my whole thing is getting everybody's story on the board. You know what I mean? I've done videos for months about the LUCE CANNON, about the WAC 100, about the this, the that, the Charisse, and all of these things. And in some of the videos that I did, you were mentioned in some things. And you know what I mean? but I just don't jump into things and rush into things. I like to see and, you know what I mean, research and do things before I go into stuff. You know what I mean? And, you know, I know you was doing your thing on Street TV on Alex Alonso, but sometimes I feel like when you're on the biggest platform, sometimes that don't mean that everybody hears it, because it seems that even though your story was getting out, I think like your story was falling on deaf ears. You know what I mean? And it just so happens that now since you've done your own little thing, it seems like your story's actually more louder than it was on a bigger platform, and more people are listening in, and it's actually, you know what I mean? It may be a multitude of reasons of why this is happening at the same time. It could be a culmination of things. But yeah, you in your bag with this shit. I ain't even gonna hold you. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna drag it. But yeah, I was stuck last night. I had to end. I just entered one of this shit. I just played the sound effect. I didn't even know what the fuck to say. I was like, what? And then she bucket, check me. I'm like, damn, you work for me? I was like, nah, this shit is crazy. That shit was crazy. That shit was giving me most definitely Little Kim 96 or something. When Peter Piper pecked them, I told you not to trust them. Lyrically, I dust them off like Pledge. That shit gave me a Little Kim. I don't give a fuck what nobody say about Little Kim either, man. Lil' Kim, nigga. Watch our mouth by Lil' Kim. But word, that should give me a Lil' Kim vibe. Salute to everybody in the building. Peace and love. Everybody, DJ Big Gang, everybody, man. This shit was crazy.
I had to block him from my regular number, but because, like I said, at this time, mind you, this is April 11th, 10th, I was not trying to keep him from his daughter. I'm not that type of woman. Just because we're going through stuff, I'm still not going to keep your child from you, regardless. So I wasn't trying to do that at this time. Even though with Black China, as you guys, as you guys will see in episode 2, he was denying his daughter. But again, I was not trying to keep him from his child. Okay, so just so you guys know, as you can see. So let's continue. So I have to scroll back up. Okay. So as you guys can see, I'm telling him divorce papers have been filed. This is May 10th, 2022. Okay. I'm confirming I'll be mailing copies to both your addresses, and I'm putting our address in Riverside because he was staying between there and one place she was staying at, I'm assuming. He says, what the F are you talking about? What's wrong with you? I said, I'm also confirming you will be served in person next week. And as you can see, he says, Gigi, we're not getting separate. So Charisse, just so you know, like, I don't know why. I know why, because I know who Cannon is. But just so you can see with your own two peepers, I gave him to you. Like, you're only in the position because I put you in that position. And this is why I want you to kind of see, so you can kind of...
Hold up. I got to preface this. This is where you got to start putting on seat belts, buckles, and all types of shit. Listen to me, man. I'm from New York, man. I'm from Brooklyn, y'all. Shout out to New York and shout out to Brooklyn. Shout out LA. Shout out to West Coast. Shout out. This place I'm about to shout out, though. I'm about to play my blue button. That's my Yusufa button. Look. I'm scared of an Oakland girl. I ain't mad to say it. I ain't scared to say it. I'm scared of an Oakland girl. And I'm scared of a Brooklyn girl. So I don't know what to do, y'all. I don't know what to do.
Get that animosity
Gigi
and hate out of your heart towards the wrong person. Okay. So as obviously you can see, like I said, this is way after him and her are together. We're still communicating, of course. Let's continue. So this was something that he posted on his Instagram. And as you can see, he posted her in some Skittles outfit and he put my queen. This is in May, okay? This is confirming that they're in a relationship, blah, blah, blah. They're together. They're between her house and our house in Riverside, yada, yada. I said, you are correct. We are not getting separated. We are getting divorced. And I put divorce in all capitals, as you can see. And he said, none of that. So as you can see, Charisse, he never wanted to divorce me. He never wanted to be with you. He never claimed you, as you will continue to see. And this is well in between, into your relationship, by the way, as you can see from the dates. I said, watch when you get served and mail these papers, you will see. I said, you better make a family with Charisse because you lost this one. Because as I told you, he moved her into the home that we shared with our child. And as you can see, you guys, and Miss Mills, it says, no, I didn't. You mean the world to me. So Charisse, if he was so in love with you and I'm so delusional and crazy and I won't leave him alone, as you can see, it was not the case, honey. That was totally not the case. He was not, you are, how do I put this? I'm trying to say it a nice way because I don't want to, you know, when you see stuff like this, when you find out stuff like this, like, I don't want to like kick you when you're down, but like, he's only with you because he couldn't have me. I was not going to be a doormat anymore. I was not going to take the abuse, the lies, the beatings, the cheating. Like I wanted him to understand, like, I was done. Like, I'm a very passive person, as I've told him, as you guys know, I've told you, I'm not a jealous person. So he was able to take advantage of a lot of stuff. And I was making it clear, like, no more. So anyways, let's keep going. So he says, no, I didn't. I'm laughing at him. So I sent him back this, because one thing Cannon likes to do is, no matter how much proof he has, you could literally send him a video of him having sex with another woman, and Cannon will literally say, with his big bug eyes, like in the video, banging the girl, and he'll say, that's not me. Like, that's how delusional and how much he lies. It's insane. But anyways, let's continue. So I sent him the picture of her, obviously. I said, got a queen who was on TV begging and competing for another man's dick. Wish all the best. He said, laugh my ass off. So we're laughing at Charisse at this point because, I mean, this is not, like I told you guys before, this is not the first girl that Cannon has cheated with. Cannon never wifes them. Like, he never does. As long as, like, his wife is staying with, like, I'm not the first wife he's cheated on. Again, I'm the third wife. It's not like I'm the first wife he's cheated on. Cannon marries who he wants to marry, and he uses and abuses the side pieces in a different way. He abuses us wives too, but it's two different types. So he's never Cannon will never leave you. He'll never leave his wife, ever leave the wife, as long as you accept and put up with what he's dishing out. If you put up with it, oh, you ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere, because he'll never leave the wife, okay? Let's continue. So we're both laughing at Charisse, you know what I'm saying? And mind you, this is like I said, I'm still not really talking shit or disrespecting her. I'm just stating facts. That was true though. She was competing. So I said, too late. I said, but I want you to sit and look at those fake horse teeth and injected lips and really take a good look and remember, damn, this is what I lost my family for. Because as I told you, we were still living together as a family, even though we weren't sleeping in the same bed, because I wanted my daughter to have her father in her life, and I didn't want to just take him from her. You know, she was just born, okay? He said, let us work on it. So at this point, he's asking me literally, let's work on our marriage. After he moves, after I went through the first side chick, China, now you're bringing another side chick and you're telling me let's work. Like, this is the delusional stuff that I dealt with, so you guys can see. Like, this is how delusional he was. Let's work on us, okay? I sent him the picture again. I said, work on your new wife. I said, you should get your teeth done so y'all can match. This would look good on you, all 238 teeth. So then I sent a picture of Charisse. And I said, I'm so happy for you. I think you found a real winner. As you guys can see, I said, I can't wait for you two to get married. I'm so excited for that. He said, okay, this is where you guys have to pay attention, where he's confirming everything I've been saying. He said, you leave and think I'm supposed to be lonely. I'm waiting on you to come home. So as I told you, I was at our house in Riverside and at my daughter's house in Rancho, because Cannon would have these concubines, his little IBM concubines, in our house living with us. Again, I'm not judging other parents, but I'm the type of mother, I have a daughter. I'm not about to have some niggas that we don't know in the house with my newborn child. Okay, I'm not comfortable with that. So every time he had these leeches and losers at our house, I went to go stay at my daughter's house, which is why Charisse was able to even be at the house and me not do something I would regret, is because, again, I was at my big daughter's house because there was all these men there, and I have a baby, I have a daughter. I don't know these niggas. I'm not sleeping in a house with a bunch of men that I don't know with a child, okay? So clearly, as you can see, you guys, and you guys can go ahead and explain to her, he was lonely, which I expected. And as I said before, I knew Cannon would find somebody else, but every time Cannon would and you're going to see all this on every episode I drop. As I explain it, you'll see Cannon was never going to leave me until I left him. Like, no matter what side chick he had, it was never going to, he was just going to suck them and bleed them for whatever he could and then continue to keep abusing me. It was just inevitable. That's just how it was. He said, I'm home now. So I'm laughing and I'm telling him, I left because you couldn't do for your daughter what I asked, but did it for another female. So when I asked him to please tell the dudes to leave, like, this is not okay, then he moves Charisse in and the niggas are gone. Because you can't have a new woman come over there with a bunch of niggas and look good, right? Right. So I said, which is all I asked from you. So you guys are seeing that nowhere in my conversation is us reconciling or getting back together. So she can get that out of her mind. So you guys, any of you Charisse fans, please go back and explain. This was not a debate about being together. This was me talking to the father of my child, who is trying to talk about denying you and saying you don't exist, he don't care about you, all that. Let's continue. And he's telling me just come home because, as I told you, I'm at my daughter's house in Rancho Cucamonga, and he's telling me to just come home. You know the home, Charisse, that you keep saying was yours and his? Yeah. Again, like I said, didn't care about the girl. She was literally just some jump off that he met. Well, that he was gonna be a jump off until I gave her my position. I said, and then you email me. So this is where I said, then you email me talking about you want your family and you're laid up at her house the whole time. So he's texting me this. I can see his location. And he also FaceTimed me while he was at Charisse's house, claiming it was a hotel. That's how I even found out where she lived. If you see at the earlier text that I put Las Vegas to serve him. That's how I even found out. He was FaceTiming me while he was in your bed, with the do-rag on when you were at the gym. Yeah, he was FaceTiming me from your bed in your house. With that little lamp on your nightstand that has like the little diamonds on it. Yeah, that's how I know like detail what your house looks like, and the little lamp next to your bed, because he was FaceTiming me from your house claiming he was at a hotel. And then in your bedroom, you have like this weird wall, like wallpaper on your wall behind your bed. But anyways, let's continue. So I told him then, like, I'm no longer going to live in the house. It's complete. Like, the daughter thing is off now, us like even living together as a family. Okay. So there you go. I'm only going to show a snippet because there's more on the episode that's dropping tomorrow. And like I said, I don't want to send nobody into a heart attack. So like, even in the episode, I'm only going to show so much, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, it's hard to find out. Like, even for me, it was hard to find out once I started realizing like this man really doesn't give a fuck about me. Like, this is all a game. It's hard to find out that you really aren't who you think you are and the love is really who you think it is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to post like, even on the episode, I post enough so you guys can get the gist of the timeline and how Charisse became a part of the scam, and how it went. But as you guys can clearly see, from Cannon's own mouth, he never claimed Charisse. He never wanted to be with Charisse. Charisse was just a jump off. Charisse was literally just somebody he met and was just fucking. Like, he never wanted to lose his family. I chose to leave. So you guys can stop running with this narrative. And the only reason I'm showing this because you guys keep running with this narrative that I just can't let go and blah, blah, blah. Clearly, as you can see, it's the other way around. Cannon never wanted the divorce, which is clearly why he didn't go to court, why he didn't go with the divorce. I just never outed these text messages because my intent was never to end there. I was happy when I decided to put my foot down and I was like, okay, he'll be so occupied with Charisse, he'll let me go. I just didn't know that it was going to backfire and he was going to drag our daughter to punish me for it, for leaving. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, that's the only reason why I'm putting this out there now. Because you guys can go ahead and, even though you guys are going to make up your own narrative, but you can see the receipts from your own eyes and see from Cannon's own mouth.
Listen, next we getting into Charisse's sister and Gigi have a phone call and they talking. All right. What I want to take out this conversation though, because it was live. It was a wild conversation. I'm not even gonna hold you. It was a wild conversation. I was like, there's goosebumps, all kind of shit. Niggas went from Trini to Jamaican, bumper clots was flinging, all type of shit was going on. You know what I mean? So all I'm gonna say, niggas is ducking bumper clots and Trini shit. Because what they're talking, finally talking thing. You know, the Trini thing was going on and all type of thing. So things was going. So I get it. But during this conversation, though, you know what I mean? And I ain't got no punches in this, and I got no horses in this race, man. Feel me? But during this conversation, you know what I mean? Gigi could have went crazy during this conversation with the sister. Because the sister was going ham. Sister was going ham, son. Trust me. But she was actually pulling back, not saying certain shit. I was watching how the conversation was going because I watch how people conduct themselves and how she's conducting her interview, her conversation at least. And she really wasn't saying that. It's towards the end, which we're not going to see the whole video because we're going to go towards the end, is when she sees that a message has been said and that Charisse has messaged and did something. I guess somebody has messaged her and said, nah, you know that she just said something about you or said something. Then she pops something up and reads it on the screen. When she pops that thing up on the screen, this is where we get this, and this is where we get a bunch of different energy out of Gigi. Because she was talking a talk on that stream with her sister before her sister came, but she wasn't going into no real flaming bag. She wasn't frying. She was just cooking. You know what I'm saying? After she brings up this message, so this is a fair warning to anybody that's watching this. After she brings up that message is when she goes to another place. Feel me? So I just want y'all to watch it and see if I'm lying or see if I'm caping for Gigi because I think Gigi, whatever. Just tell me if I'm lying. Watch how the whole shit goes with her and her sister, Charisse Mills' sister, and then see when she brings up this thing on the screen that her whole energy changes from there. And then this is the next thing that happens after that. So I just brought you in rewind. And now I'm about to bring you in fast forward soon. All right, cool. Salute to everybody in the building. Y'all drop a like, y'all share, y'all subscribe.
And like I said, anybody who knows can confirm that's Cannon's number. So, and I'm sure everybody knows somebody who knows Cannon or who's talked to him during that time. It can confirm that that is his actual phone number. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to go over those things, show those things, so we can just like throw all that and get all that narrative out the way and show these good receipts. So now let's go over some questions. Any questions you guys have? I can tell Gigi watches those murder mystery shows and she solves all the cases before it's over. I absolutely do. That's 100% true. They crossed the line speaking on my child. Absolutely. I've said it from the beginning. Like I said, none of this we wouldn't even be here had Charisse just learned to know her place and be quiet. As you can see, she met him April 8th and she was already staying in our house like a week later. Like the desperation was real. Like it was crazy. So she could stop saying he was single because he was not, girl. He was not claiming you. He did not want to be with you. And like I said, you guys are going to see more on episode 2 tomorrow. Episode 2 is dropping tomorrow. So share, like, subscribe, wait till you see episode 2. It's going to go into way more detail. And I promise you, after episode 2 tomorrow, you guys are going to be like, oh my God, like it's going to blow you. So I'm going to go over the beginning of the scam and how we are now. So, you know, I just want to let everybody know, like, none of us are winners in this situation. Everybody got played by Cannon. But I just wanted Charisse to know, like, you can stop with this narrative, like, girl, because you are a player in this game too. Like, you're not special. You're no exempt. Like, you aren't a wife. You got to remember he's been married 3 times. He's never wifed you. You're not his wife. He says that to keep you doing exactly what you're doing because he knows that's what you want to hear. But if you notice, girl, you're not his wife. He had every ample opportunity to go to the divorce hearing and divorce me. Have you ever thought to yourself why he didn't? You got to be smarter than that. Like you got to, just like I was telling Black China, like think about it. Like y'all got to be smarter than that. At least I know, you know what I'm saying, that I was accepting the ass whoopings. Like, girl, you just in Delulu land. But anyways, okay, what other questions? Yeah, I got the sips. He said not the sips. Yes, I got the sips. I can't wait to get to episode 5. Oh man, just wait till you guys see. Gigi, why you tell us he got an uncircumcised string bean? Well, she brought up on the video about, you know, about the OnlyFans thing and saying like, oh, he's got Luce Cannon was saying, oh, why leak it to him? So I was just clarifying because everybody keeps, well, not everybody, she's blaming me for stuff that's made public with the brown water. And so I was honestly just saying maybe, you know, I was explaining like why maybe the water was brown. You know what I mean? Because first of all, I didn't even post I never posted any of her stuff. Like other people posted her stuff. Like actually, I never posted anything she had. Literally her stuff was on Google, but they were talking about, well, her water being so dirty. And I was literally saying like, you know, maybe that's why, I don't know. Cause I've never had bathwater that black before, but I was just assuming. So I was really trying to help, but maybe that didn't go good. I think Luce is going to eat and throw whack this whole case to try to save his butt. I don't know what Luce is going to do. Luce Cannon, probation officer, is not even born yet. Cannon played himself. He's property of the Fed. Correct. Again, like I said, nobody can blame anybody. Cannon can only blame himself. He's the only one who put himself in this situation. I did not. Her sister says she loves married men. Yes, this is not the first married man she's been with. And I'm, like I said, I don't blame her because as you guys see from the text messages, I was already done. Like it was over. I just had to get an exit plan because again, my daughter was born November 3rd, 2021. Okay. I had just had a C-section. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I could just pack up and leave and stuff. And as I told you guys, Cannon was taking all the money because I couldn't move. I couldn't do nothing, which again, you will all see. It goes over all this in episode 2. LA calendar been like, somebody asked if I'm from LA or the IE. I'm actually from the Bay Area. I didn't move to LA until I was in my 20s. Lucy's baby got a chance to graduate before both parents. No, absolutely. Charisse, it's not episode 2. Damn. Yes, episode 2. Charisse is like the bad guy on Scooby-Doo. I'm dead. I'm so glad you guys found my platform. Are you going on No Jumper? I don't know if I'm gonna go on No Jumper or not. I don't know. I do not know. I have to think about that one. So yeah.
I done told y'all ass about the Bay. I told y'all ass about the Bay. I've been to the Bay twice, y'all. I've been to the Bay twice. Shout out to the Bay. I don't think I don't travel. I be everywhere, though. I lived in LA for a while. Hold up. Even though I'm from New York. But when I was in the Bay, just like LA, when I was in LA, because I'm a guy that, you know what I mean, I cheated, I did my own shit. I'm not proud of the shit I've been through in my life. But a motherfucker called me a plumb freaking liar if I didn't say I did. You know what I'm saying? So I just tell the truth. Fuck it. Anyway, but even how I be, because I'm from New York, so I made a date with women, mad women here for them. But when I was in LA and when I was in Oakland, I really didn't do that. I didn't run around fuck with man shit. I think I'm that nigga. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. When I was in LA, had my little 1-2. When I was in Oakland, had my little one, and I was like that, straight. I'm scared of a girl from Oakland. I'm scared of a girl from LA, and I'm damn sure scared of a girl from New York. Shout out to the women from all them places, though.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. The thing is, like I said, one thing about me, you guys, I'm not saying my truth. I'm saying the truth, and I'm not asking you guys to take my word for it. This is why I'm coming with the receipts. So you guys can see for yourself, which as you heard when I debunked their lies about our child, you hear Cannon talking to the IVF doctor himself. This is not coming from me. Like, it'd be different if I'm just telling you guys something and asking you guys to believe me. Like, this stuff that you're watching is happening in real time. Like, these are real-time videos. As you heard, like, we were at the IVF clinic, clearly says it. Like, it's in real time. I even said the date in the video. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want anybody if I'm gonna tell you something, I'm gonna show you a receipt. I'm gonna show you a valid receipt. What else? People say, can you let go our trolls? No one with sense view this that way. The people what? The people say you can't let go. Oh, well, okay. So let me answer that question. You're damn right. I'm not gonna let it go. You were talking about my child and making up false stories and lies about my child. You're damn right. I'm not gonna let it go. Like, what? I don't know what parent would. What good parent is going to let that go? The internet is forever, which is why she's on here crying about her pastrami meat being leaked. Like, what? Like I said, the internet is forever. I'm trying to read all you guys' comments. It seems like you outgrew him and he was still running around playing kid games with the grown woman. I did the same. Yeah, well, it wasn't that I outgrew him. It was like I said, at that time, which like I said, I've never played victim. I feel like whenever you lose sight of who you really are, I feel like Cannon played on a lot of my weaknesses. I just have a good heart. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, and I'm a very passive person. I'm not a jealous person, so I never like went through his phones. I never was like, where are you at? What are you like? I don't know. He was able to get away with a lot because I wasn't like, I guess I was just too passive. He didn't like that about me. He wanted somebody to like praise him. He wanted somebody to go along with his BS. I never would sit there and entertain his BS. Like when we would be out somewhere with people and he would tell people like he owns 30 subways, I'm looking at him like, no, you don't. And he didn't like that because I would call him out and be like, no, you don't, stop lying. He hated that. So we never really meshed because I'm not with the lie. I just feel like, why lie? Like, you know, there's just no point for it. Like, because if you're trying to get there, just get there. But there's no need to lie and fabricate stuff. And like I said, it's not lying. He's literally making up stories. Like it's a mental illness type thing. Does Luce have a mental illness? Not diagnosed like from the doctor, but obviously, as you guys can see, which I pointed out, he does have a mental illness. Yes, absolutely. And no, I don't play when it comes to my child, Queen Lady Act. No, I do not. I do not play. Big Gigi T. Wilson, not the little one. Yes, what they call that cake and eat it too. You can have your cake and eat it too. Yeah, that's what he was trying to do. He wanted his cake and to eat it too. Gigi doing a chronological breakdown. Yes, I'm definitely going to break it down so you guys can see, because I want you to see that this whole scam has been going on. It just got bigger and bigger and bigger. He's always been trying to find a Charisse. He just never could. You know, he never could find a Charisse who was going to sit up there and look like this on camera and be okay with his lies and go along with it. No, he just wasn't able to find one. So that's why we are here. So I'm just breaking it down and giving you an insight of the scam, because they're going to tell you it's the truth. I'm going to tell you I'm going to show you the receipts. Men disrespect good. Yeah. But when you know better, you do better. So now it's just a learning lesson. You know what I'm saying? You learn and that's it. Dragging on the floor, girl. That meat was hanging. I've never seen anything like it in my life. The flaps in the wind. I've never seen that. I don't know. It was like Gone with the Wind. It was crazy. She looked up to see how many teeth horses have. How'd you know? That's so funny. No respectable woman or mother would. Exactly. That's my point. Something is wrong with that. The sky is blue. It's red. Right. Something is wrong with that. Something missing upstairs. And then she's sitting there next to him, going along with these lies when she wasn't even there. She didn't even know him at any of these times. Like, you keep talking about all this stuff when you don't know nothing about nothing. Like, she gonna talk herself into going to jail in a minute. And like I said, I don't know what, and I know she's not telling Luce Cannon what's going on out here. So that's why he's going to end up getting like 50 years, because she keeps running her mouth and he doesn't have any clue what's going on. I'm sure if somebody was to tell him like, hey, your ex is over here with some receipts and we've all seen them, like, so you need to tell your girl to chill the F out. I'm sure he would tell her to like, zip it, choppers, like zip it. But he's not, nobody's telling him. I don't know. Cause like I said, I didn't do this until Charisse kept going. I let it go. You know what I'm saying? I said what I said on Tasha K on Street TV, but she kept going on her platform talking about me and my child. That's when I said, that's enough. Enough is enough. You ain't going to keep talking about my baby and think that I'm not going to come after you. Like I'm not a violent person. And when I'm attacked, best believe I'm going to win, but I don't start it, but I'll finish it real quick. Like I'm doing now. This nigga said horses in the chat. I'm dead, y'all. Okay, you guys, first of all, me and Cannon were laughing at her at the time. That was not a dig, Charisse. I didn't know you, girl. And you know what I'm saying? I mean, the teeth is hella big. But people have fake teeth. They are just really big. It was not lying. Cannon laughed. He thought it was funny. And I only said that because China had fake teeth too. So that's why I said the whole like big teeth thing. And then another girl that he had cheated with too, she had big teeth. Like that's why I had said that. So, and you can't fight against receipts. That's why I said it's the receipts, y'all. It's the receipts. Let's see. What else? I'm trying to see y'all questions. Oh crap. Luce signed up for BS and played games for stupid ass prizes. Exactly. Let's see. Gigi, if you don't mind me asking, what part of the Bay? I'm from Oakland, just so you guys know. I went to San Jose. I went to San Jose State. I'm also San Jose and Oakland both. I've lived in San Jose, Milpitas, Oakland, and I also lived in East Palo Alto, EPA, for those who don't know. Not piano key mouth. You guys are hilarious. Hey, body does look like the Michelin. No, for real. And like I said, and you know the crazy part is if you guys go back and look at my video, I was even giving the girl her props. Like I was like, I didn't feel like she needed any of that work done to her face. She was a pretty girl. Like before that, I liked her naturally. You know what I'm saying? I was giving her props for owning her properties. Like I'm a girl's girl. I'm even a man. Like I'm gonna give you props. Like when props are due. You know what I'm saying? Like, but then like you just keep coming for me like for no reason because I'm telling the truth about my life, about my child, about my husband. Like it just doesn't make sense. Like, and as I said, like I've never posted, you can't find one interview that I did where I leaked these text messages. I never even blasted Cannon with these text messages. But anyways, so like I said, you guys, anyways, I just wanted to share that with y'all. So now that y'all see, we will be going live. I mean, we will be dropping episode 2 tomorrow. So y'all make sure y'all tune in, put your notifications on because you aren't going to want to miss episode 2. Episode 2 is going to be something nice. I worked very hard on episode 2. So you guys, please share, like, subscribe this video. I appreciate every single one of you guys. I appreciate you guys definitely coming to get this good sweet tea and with a side of receipts. Share, like this video, run these likes up. I really, really appreciate.
Nah, I said it's the receipts for me. When she say the receipt shit, that shit is funny. That shit is funny, son. Yeah, receipts, funny, son. I was dying laughing last night, son. I swear to God, son. Swear to God. Swear to God. That's why I shit is Gigi in the morning right now. But that shit was funny. Straight up. I ain't got no horse in the race, bro. I go fuck. But at the end of the day, you got to think logically. You got to think smart. You got to be smart, bro. Because things like this don't happen for no reason, bro. This is God, son. This ain't the devil that's doing this, bro. Trust me. Not the devil, son. I know God very well. Me and God is like this. Trust me. When me and the devil's running, Yusufa button. That's my Yusufa button. The shit blue. Nigga. Don't play it. Me and the devil, best friends, uncle, cousin, whatever you want. Related, nigga. I had to kick that nigga out on the highway of life. That nigga still chasing me down. I'm in a hatchback. This nigga in a Lamborghini trying to get me back on the side. Follow me. Fuck off, devil. I'm not dealing with him. But this, I'm telling you what's going on, son. This is crazy. It's crazy. We're going to go into this, though. But like I said, though, when we go into this conversation that we are going into, right, which is some of this, I'm not going to play all of it because I want y'all to go to Gigi channel as well. Subscribe to the channel. Some people say, oh, Gigi, one nigga came on my channel and said, nah, OOTA, she taking your name. Her name Gigi on go. I said, nah, son, Gigi on go, though. Gigi on go. Shit sound good, too. She got a ring. All right. We ain't got to be married. You can take my last name, though. Fuck it. My shit on go. Fuck it. Because we all on go around this motherfucker. Straight. But, word. You know what I mean? But in this conversation that I'm about to preface this by saying this, you know what I mean? Because it's not just, I'm in the wave. Oh, niggas is doing this, niggas doing that. I'm not one of them people. I like to get to what shit is about. And it's about much more than this. You know what I'm saying? There's so much more, as we can see as it unfolds. But in this right here, like I say, I see Gigi kind of reserving herself in this conversation, right? Because when you got an op, bro, you don't have to give your op grace, my nigga. So when I see people in life, I mean in any walk of life, on the street, nigga, run down, got this shit, say, you bitch ass nigga, go ahead, bro. Real shit, nigga, let a nigga walk and live, bro. A motherfucker give you grace, you're an op, bro. Nobody has to do this, okay? Real shit, just like that rat bastard Dale Morrison, yeah, in the paperwork, the big U paperwork, yeah? When you read it and you see that Sylvester Robinson, right? They gave his bitch ass grace. In some shape, form, or fashion, even when they allegedly did the dispensary, whatever, allegedly, he told the nigga, yo, listen, son, don't book the nigga for that. Just chill. He even, paying the nigga allegedly for his ass and giving him grace. Why are you giving him grace when he's a op and a bitch ass nigga and he's rolling and y'all don't even know? And y'all rolling 60. Think about that. So you don't have to give a person grace in the time, okay? So when the sister's going off like this, Gigi could be going off like this. Trust me, it only makes sense and it makes good for TV. It makes good for TV. But she doesn't. So I want you to see this. Trust me.
Girl.
I am good. How are you, sis?
I'm good, sis. So let's tell the chat who you are.
My name is Crescent Mills.
And who is your sister?
I am Charisse Mills' mother's second-born child.
Second-born child. So do you guys have the same mother and father, or?
No, we have the same mother, different fathers.
Different fathers. Okay. And were you guys raised together?
Sadly, most of the time, yes.
So let's just dive right in. Let's just tell them, you know, how did you find me? Like, how did our relationship bloom that far, and what stemmed behind you even looking for me or anything? How did that just go into that real quick?
So me and Charisse was having an argument about my child. Because long story short, at the time, my child was he's 16 at the time, and he was being very disobedient and doing a lot of breaking the laws. And I told Charisse, I said, stay out of it. If he comes to you, send him straight to his mother's house, because his mother didn't tell him to leave the house in the first place. Right?
Right.
Now, because of my history with my sister and them, they are always defiant when it comes to me and my children.
Okay.
So I turned and I said, and if so, when the police come at my house, I'm going to send them to your house to look for him, not my house.
Okay.
Right? 2 minutes later, I get a fucking phone call from not Luce Cannon, talking about who the fuck you threatening. I will shoot you in your face and your baby daddy in the face and your kids in the face. And I said, who the fuck you think you calling? Because he had the right fucking sister, because I ain't pussy.
Wow. So he threatened to shoot you, your baby daddy, and your kids
and my children in the face. Because of me and my sister's argument, right? Because you getting in woman and man argument. Because you have a big pussy between your legs, a big fat pussy between your legs.
Wow.
Right?
Right.
So and then he gonna say, oh, Google me, bitch, you don't know who I am. Now at that time, I have a sense of people. I already know who was fraud, especially when I came to the house over there in Riverdale and see there was a whole woman stuff in the house that I know didn't belong to my sister, and children stuff that I know didn't belong to my sister, because my sister had no children at the fucking time. So I knew there was some kind of fraud.
So the Riverside house that we lived in, when the one your sister was at, you went there too?
Yes, I did.
And you saw all my daughter's crib. You saw the baby stuff and
all the kid stuff.
Wow.
But of course, I'm used to Charisse always dealing with somebody, man. So I'm not even fucking. I wasn't saying nothing. If it wasn't. She was saying that it was his exes, that they're not together no more. Who am I to say no?
Right. Absolutely.
At the time, she didn't say he was a married man, even though she always with somebody married man.
Wow. Okay.
So
after he threatened your kids and all that stuff, and he said, Google me, bitch, then what happened?
So when I Googled you, I Googled him, not Luce Cannon's wife came up on TikTok. So then I messaged you. I was like, oh, so this, and at that time, Charisse had already got her ass buzzed by him, right? But I was staying out of it at the time because he didn't come to me for no situation. At the time, my mother was mad that I was not getting involved in their situation, because I'm like, okay, man is going to man. I don't get in between man and woman in affairs unless it come to me, right?
Right.
So then that's when I saw the beating of you, which my mother kind of had implied to me a few days prior of that fallout between me and them. But she didn't tell me that he had a wife, that he was with a wife, or anything of the sort. He said that she did imply that he beat his wife, or a wife beater.
Gotcha.
Right?
Okay.
Because she had implied that she had spoke to the wife.
Ah, okay.
Right?
Right. But your mother confirmed the podcast. She confirmed that we spoke. So you're right.
Oh, she did. Okay, and she confirmed that Charisse as well has always been aware that he was married. Correct?
Yes, she did.
Okay. Well, she's always condoning the bullshit.
Mother was okay with Charisse being with a married man and not telling Charisse, like, hey, he needs to get a divorce if he wants to be with you. Why is she not pressuring her daughter to make this man get a divorce if they want to be together?
because she doesn't really want her to be with Cannon. She know Cannon ain't shit.
So let's dive into the beating. Before you contacted me, you said Charisse was already getting her ass whipped. Because I remember your exact words were, "Don't worry, the wife is getting her ass beat too." Tell me a little bit about what happened with that whole situation.
So from my knowledge, from what I was told, they were drunk, they were arguing, because apparently every time Cannon starts to drink, he gets abusive, and part of the reason why she had stopped them from drinking. Right?
Uh-huh.
Apparently some night they was at what's that dude? What's that fighter name again with the strip club? What's his name? What's the fighter with the strip club out here? The big strip club. What's his name?
Floyd Mayweather?
Yes.
Okay.
They went to Floyd Mayweather party, and I don't know what transpired there. Cannon wasn't getting the love that he thought he was supposed to be getting love. And I guess because Charisse already had a little no, I don't know if they knew or they actually already slept together or whatever. He got in his feelings, and they went home. First in the car on the way home, he gave her a bomb to shut the fuck up. Right? Boom. They got to the house. While they was in the car, she called my mother. Boom, 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 boom. My mother said she's on her way over there at the time. Boom, my mother comes all the way under that. By the time they're out of the car, Cannon's trying to get in the car, but he's drunk, and Charisse ain't trying to let him go. So they took the key and locked the door so he can't get back in. Mm-hmm. So basically, whatever happened, they went in the car. He came in the car and he was fighting Charisse for the key. He was dragging Charisse by her hair like a mop.
So when you said
my mother was trying to stop him, because my mother said she was in such shock at what she was seeing, and he pushed her down.
Okay, hold on. Let me just ask you this: when you said he gave her a boom boom, he had hit her already when he was trying. He had already hit Charisse. He had clocked her in the face, or he had hit her, or were they?
Yeah, he hit her in the car.
Oh, he hit her in the
car. And that's what made her call my mom, and that's what made my mom meet them at the house.
So were they only drunk? Because Luce Cannon has said that he doesn't drink or do drugs. So
he don't drink anymore. He does not drink anymore. Okay. Because Charisse and him used to get too fucked. Because Charisse can't handle her liquor either.
Okay. Okay.
Charisse can't handle her liquor either.
Just alcohol, just straight alcohol, and they got belligerent.
Yes.
Okay.
So basically, and that was the situation with my mother and my sister. Now, at the time, my sister had ran back to Luce Cannon. Right? She went to my mother. My mother had got rid of her whole house. Talk about she don't want to be there. She don't feel safe because of Cannon, all kinds of shit. I don't know what kind of ex-drug dealer you are. You scared of Luce Cannon, but whatever. So she moved from where she was at, and Charisse went back to Cannon.
So after this, when your mom came to the house and she got involved, there was from what I understand from your mother, Luce Cannon pushed your mother because she got in between the two, or did he?
Yeah, she pushed her down. And that I'm not gonna lie. My mother's dragging that shit to the end of the earth. How he hit her. Granted, he should never pushed her, but I don't think he did it purposely. It was just in the midst of the fight. He meant to fuck up his girlfriend though. He ain't meant to fuck up her mother though.
Got you. Okay. And
so that's when my mother had got mad at me, because I was like, I don't think he meant to hit you on purpose, Ma. But
were the police called?
So that's what that happened. That's when she got her ass bust. The first time that I known. But I knew what happened before that is my why my mother started telling me to stop sending my daughter over there is my children my daughter started coming back and saying what was happening in the house there by Charisse. How my mother had to confront her for putting her hands on him, for him putting her hands on Charisse. And my daughter witnessed the confrontation of the talk, and my son as well, and came back and told me.
Okay, I got you. So it continued after that situation with the alcohol at the Floyd Mayweather thing. He was still beating on her after that, and your mother was talking about it, and your kids overheard and came back and told you.
Well, I don't think he. That was before the major fight. That was before the major fight where he knocked it out.
So he was doing some beating, strangling, whatever, putting his hands on her, let's just say. And then the major fight happened. Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
Now, was he arrested for that fight? Was that the one where we pull up at where he was arrested for that?
Yes, he was arrested from my knowledge, and I think that was part of the reason why they did the fake wedding.
Now you were at that wedding.
Yes, I was, because at the time I thought it was real.
Wow. Okay. And they also said that they were pregnant with twins at that wedding, correct?
Yes, it was. Yes, I believe they was, because that's when she started getting big as a house.
Okay. And then your sister had came out with something, and I think she said she had PCOS. I believe it. Correct me if I'm wrong.
So, for my knowledge, my sister has never had PCOS. Now all of a sudden, she has PCOS. So, from my knowledge, from what she told me, she only had that RA blood negative stuff, that RA blood negative thing that made her abort the babies, right?
Have miscarriages.
Right.
Okay. So,
but I don't know how true that is. I don't know how true that is, because she had an official abortion under my name in New York.
Wait, hold on. She had an abortion under your name? I just want to make sure I heard that correctly. You said she had an abortion under your name? Hold on, I think we lost her. I can hear her driving. Okay, so hopefully she'll come back, but that's sad either way. So sorry if that's true. Like I said, I don't know, but Charisse, either way, as a woman, that's just sad about, whether it's PCOS, whatever it is, that's a horrible thing. And I did hear she went through IVF. I went through IVF, not for those reasons, but that's very sad. And for Cannon to be beating on her, or hitting her, tossing her, I'm never going to, even though Charisse did it to me and was, laughing at him beating me, I'm never going to laugh at a woman getting beat on. I'm just not going to do that. And my heart goes out to you for that. Hopefully we can get Crescent back on. I know she's working, she's driving. She took the time to come on to share a little insight of her relationship. Because as I told you guys, I don't like to speak on things. I don't know Charisse from a can of paint. I don't want to speak on anything about her life that I don't know. So that's why I wanted to bring her on, so you guys can hear it from her own, sister's mouth, anything about her. Because like I said, I don't know anything about Charisse at all. But yeah, I hopefully we can get her back on. If not, like I said, today, I definitely will bring her back on so we can finish the conversation. I know she's working, so she might have had some technical difficulties, but at least we know now, like I said, I showed you guys the abuse charge so the police were only called once, because I can only find one domestic violence thing from Luce Cannon, which I shared with you guys already. But clearly, as we could hear from the sister, from her children that have told her, it had been happening. And the same with me. And like I said, this is the man that people are giving a platform to, which is insane to me. This is a man that continuously calls in no jumper, and everybody's laughing and all that stuff. Let's just think about that, and let's set aside even all the things Charisse is doing to my child. No woman deserves to go through that. You know what I'm saying? No woman, we should not be celebrating no man who beats on women. And this is public record. Again, if you go look up his name, I've showed a couple I haven't showed all of them. I'm definitely going to bring those all up on the episode so we can go down the pipeline of abuse from many different women, not just me, not just Charisse, many different women. Including children. I want you guys to see who we're glorifying here. You know what I'm saying? I want you guys to know who you're taking phone calls from and who we're laughing at and thinking that's fun. This is not the type of person that we should be giving any type of platform to. It's disgusting. It's disgusting, because if it was your daughter, mother, sister, aunt, it wouldn't be funny. Everybody be ready to attack this man. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad, because as a community, men, women, anybody needs to come together to be like, why are we not about to listen to this man beater? And as I said before, this is public record. Everybody knows his name. You can literally go to any county, Las Vegas, Riverside, San Bernardino, and look up Tremaine Ashley Williams. Go under any family court of those three and look at his records yourself and see how many pop up. It's disturbing. So I didn't even know about all the ones that when I started to do my own research, which goes back to, like I said, a lesson I learned is when you with somebody, do your research, because you don't never know who you're going to be with. You don't never know, which is a lot of the reason, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you know, Luce Cannon gets away with a lot of the stuff that he does because us as people, we don't do our research. We don't care. We can have Jeffrey Dahmer come out here and we over here giving him a platform and applauding him. He over there chopping up bodies and chopping up women and children and doing his thing. And we over here acting like this nigga's God. But this is who the concubines are coming out talking about loyalty to and all that stuff. Like, you have chill. Like, what's wrong with y'all? Like, come on now. Man, we got to do better. People do better. But anyways, like I said, we're definitely going to touch more.
Real shit though, Gigi, with that one, that's a fact though with that. Like, we could just be elevating anybody. I'm talking about this goes for anything in general too. In the world of anything. We could be lifting up, we don't even know who in the world, son. And that shit is crazy, and that shit is true, though. So we can't even front on that. You know what I mean? I'm not even just being particular about her situation or any situation. I'm just talking about real shit. Because we will be propping up shit. Next thing you know, look, we got a nature boy. Go ahead. They like, oh, Carbon Nation. Oh, they chilling in the village. Oh, I want to go to Melanation. Look, nigga doing life. The fuck? So sometimes we got to be aware, people. We have to be aware. All right. And Gigi's smart though. Just what I'm saying. Sometimes you got to know your poison you picking. You got to know how you shooting. You got to know your target. You got to play chess, not checkers, my nigga. Feel me? Because Gigi ain't no damn fool, my nigga. This is the thing, son. Trust me, son. My name OOTA. I've been in the streets my whole life. Gigi's not a fool, son. First of all, you got to know who you're dealing with. I done never said shit to Gigi ass. Facts. And she from Oakland? Fuck out of here. What you want my chain too? You trying to take my jewelry? Here, take my jewelry. Oh, Gigi, I don't want no smoke. But look, this is where you get you. When she use the word, I know big words, man. So this word is not a big word to me. But when she's using it in the way she's using it, it's just a simple word to me. But listen, she said, listen, I'm just trying to be amicable. I'm like, hold on, bruh. She be on some shit like that. When she talking, you got to watch how people talking. Motherfucker that went to school on you. You got to watch sometime how people's just maneuvering their Ruger-ins. You got to watch how people maneuver their Rugers. You know what I'm saying? How they handling their weapon. And you can see she not dumb, bruh. You see what I'm saying? Because she breaking the shit down with the sips, with the recips, and she well-spoken. And these things come together is the reason of why this right now is making the impact now. When she was on street TV, she wasn't being, she was talking the talk, but she was just going into her story. Like she said, I was just telling my shit. Fuck it. But in this, she's actually just being herself. And we're just getting to see all of the colors and all of the dimensions of the shit. And this is why the shit is transcendent. And this is why it's impacting like this. So it's not about the big platform and just being on the big platform. This is an example of that. To show that you could just do your own thing in life. You ain't got to. Sometimes you'll go to the big platforms and all that, and your story won't be really heard, even though it's getting hundreds of thousands of views, and the people that's on the big platforms are benefiting from your story, said story. Not to say anybody would care. If you do, you do. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? But it goes to show you that sometimes just going in your own bag, I mean, get your own crayons. Hold on, let me get my crayons and get your paper and start doodling and snoodling and just do your own thing sometimes, and your shit'll just, and now your voice will get out there even more. You know what I'm saying? So salute to everybody that can understand something like that. All right? Her sister's going to come back on, and we're going to get back to it.
On the episodes, please share, like, subscribe. We are going live again later tonight. I'm hoping that I can get her back on just to touch on a couple of more things. And like I said, me and Charisse's sister have a very close relationship. She calls and checks on Legacy all the time. Since the day that she DM'd me, she has not let up. So in place of Charisse and Luce Cannon, Charisse's sister has bought Legacy Christmas gifts. She has bought her birthday gifts. Oh, hold on, she's back, y'all. Hey, we got disconnected really quick. Sorry about that.
Yes, sorry, you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you good. So just Oh, go ahead.
Just quickly on what you were saying there too, right? How she's there promoting a woman getting their ass beat. Not you go. Didn't she go on One More Chance and go for sympathy, saying how Pleasure P beat her ass? Because that's her thing that she's going around saying that Pleasure P beat her ass and that he beat out a baby out of her.
Wow. Okay.
So how if you're so called a girl who is a survivor of domestic violence, how dare you glorify somebody else getting their ass bust?
Yeah, I didn't understand that either. You know, I didn't understand why she was laughing at me being abused by Cannon. I don't know, especially like you said, if you're going through it yourself, I really didn't get the purpose of that. And I'm assuming it's because of the truth. Now, I did want to jump in really quick. You said that she had an abortion in your name. How do you go about doing that?
So one day, she said it had something to do with my mom, right? She called and asked me for my social, right? She went down to abortion. It's easy to use once you have Medicaid. It's easy to once you say I got my social and my date of birth and the name to use that as an emergency abortion. If you don't have your Medicaid card. So what my girl did was she asked me for my social, not knowing what the fuck. Now at this time I'm 17. Okay, never had a baby in my belly a day yet.
Okay.
She called me and asked me for my social, right? And I'm saying it had to do something to do with mom. So I was like, whatever. Okay, no problem. Boom. Right. Then I guess she probably not sure how medical work at that time because she was young, but I was already starting my practicing in the medical field as doing my medical billing and coding. But once you have insurance and any doctor office bills an insurance for any kind of procedure, you're going to get an explanation of benefits for that procedure.
Got you. Okay.
And of course, who else is going to get that? Because it's my Medicaid in my name, because at the time I was living on my own at 17. Right?
Right.
So who else got the explanation of benefits?
Right. Wow. That's crazy. That's insane. So let me ask you a question. What is your relationship like right now with your sister and your mother?
Oh, I have nothing to do with them. Nothing to do with them. I wouldn't wish that because I that's not the way of God. And I won't disrespect my mother. I will tell the truth about my mother, but I won't disrespect my mother. But I will not deal with them ever again. After you side with a nigga that's not even yours, who threatened your niece and nephew, you have lost your cotton picking motherfucking mind. First of all, and you are such a fucking fraud. And then you have all these people on here so foolish. Because real Trinidadians says, no, yeah, you're born in Trinidad, but you're not a real Trinidadian. How you talk using fucking Jamaican patois and calling it Trinidadian language. That's how much of a fraud you is. I born in America, but went to school and is a Trinidad citizen, and I can tell you your own anthem before fucking you. That is how much of a. And tell me how me and you was born in 1988 if we come from the same pussy.
Yeah.
If we come from the same pussy, how we born? And we definitely not no fucking twins.
Listen to me, y'all. Listen to me. You know, I love y'all. I don't really stop too much. I just be letting Gigi go. Because Gigi don't go, she be bugging. But yo, this is the part for me that I got to press. This is called the use of a button. Okay? Big use of it. It's blue. The button's blue. I got purple, all kinds of buttons. That button's blue. Shit on neighborhood cribs. That shit's blue. You hear that shit sound scary? Good. Big U scary too. Don't ever think the other shit that niggas thought about him was true. He's scary. So boom, right? So boom, allegedly. So look, when we going into this right now, okay? When the sister, because listen, first of all, I'm from Brooklyn. Not only am I from Brooklyn, my family, I'm born here, but I got family from the islands and from the West Indies and shit. You feel me? So when I hear her going to, you is not a Chilean, when she going to the Chilean and all of that, oh God, I was like, what the fuck is we? That should sound like my household, son. It's about to go down, sound like one of my aunts, brother. That means she's about to even go more. She bugging, you is not a Chilean. I said, no. Chilean? I said, no. No, you ever heard the meme? No. Yo, it's crazy. It's crazy.
How we born in 1988? Tell me this.
I don't know. And let me ask you this. I know that your mother, and I hate to bring this up, but your mother and Charisse have both came on and said that you were jealous of Charisse because she looks better than you and that you're delusional and crazy. Why do you think your mother would get on a public platform and say that about her own child?
Because she's queen make a body.
So because you're natural, never had any work done, nothing like that, it feels like you're less than her.
But mind you, I don't fucking look. I look hella fucking good. There's nothing Charisse had that I don't fucking had except for my own man. Sorry, I've always had my own man. Sorry, I don't share those things.
Right. Of course. So do you think that you will ever pack? Because I know that I know now you told me not to, but I've always tried to, get you to mend the relationship with your sister and your mother. Do you think you ever will? I know you tell me no, but will you ever try, or you think you will ever have a relationship with them ever? Even after he has threatened to kill your shoot your children in the face, and do you think that you guys can somehow work past that?
No. No. For the simple fact of, baby, you have to take accountability first. And you would never take accountability because that's what they do. They never take accountability. As they did on the Clubhouse and said, I have mental issues and crazy because I'm airing out your truth.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, they're saying the same thing about me.
So tell me who's really crazy if what I'm saying is truth, and then you turn around and admit that, yeah, it's really truthful. Who really 730 out here?
No, for real. Because now she's saying that they're not married and who cares? And now she's telling some truth. But now her new narrative is I'm obsessed with her and blah, blah, blah. And they just keep creating these narratives because now I think people are actually starting to see them for who they really are.
So that's the problem, baby. It's a difference between not taking a disrespect and standing up for your shit, the shit that you did to people, over being obsessed.
Absolutely.
Okay? Because if people was obsessed, people would have been at your crib already.
Amen.
Because before you moved out, remember one more chance, aired out your motherfucking shit already.
Oof. Nasty.
So if you was really somebody of importance, they would have been at your doorstep already.
You're right. Bomba clot. Somebody said that in the
That's
chat.
Jamaican. That's Jamaican.
Somebody said that in the chat. There must be some Jamaicans in the chat. They must have in here. Okay, so yeah, so I'm sad. Like I said, sad to hear this, sad to see that, but you know what I'm saying. Too bad that she couldn't have your morals and values. It would have been a blessing for Legacy to have a relationship with her father and a woman of your morals and values. But she gained a new auntie, so it is all good.
At the end of the day, Legacy is my. At the end of the day, my nephew is my nephew. At the end of the day, blood is blood, and I'm not begging for him, but I do wish blessings for him. So, Legacy is his sister. So Legacy is definitely my niece, no matter fucking what.
There you go. Amen.
And I'm not like you. I don't threaten people's children.
Right. No, absolutely. No, you haven't. And I told the chat, like I said, you have stepped up in place of Luce Cannon and Charisse. You have bought Legacy birthday gifts on birthdays, Christmases. You have sent presents. You send presents just randomly. You have sent her money to go buy her little things. So you have definitely been an amazing aunt. I will tell the whole platform. She has definitely stepped up in place of Luce Cannon. Like I said, when Christmas comes, she bought Legacy gifts. When her birthday comes, she bought Legacy gifts. Like I said, she has stepped up in place. So like I said, Legacy is not missing out on anything. There are people who have good morals and values and who have stepped up in place. So, But I want to thank you so much. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know you at work. I really, really appreciate you coming on. And I love you, sis. And I will talk to you later.
Love you too. Talk to you later.
Okay, bye. All right, y'all. So y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. You know, that's Chris, you heard it from her mouth. You know what I'm saying? The situation between her and her sister. Kind of get a little insight. I do want to share this real quick before I jump off. Somebody has said, I see Miss Mills had posted this about me. So at this point, this is what she's saying.
Yusufa button. I told you what button that is. That's the Yusufa button. Allegedly. Allegedly. The shit blue. I got purple, pink, teal, all kinds of color, orange on one of them motherfuckers. That shit blue. For a reason. So look. Remember what I told you about this conversation, right? The sister was going, go him. I'm about to ape shit. Any one of them songs you know that comes before it. Go ape shit, go ham, Kanye, Jay, whatever. Any of them shits. Dirt shit, go. Any one of them shits, go. During that whole shit, she could have fluffed, went, elevated her energy. Sister was cooking her. She like, damn, son. She was even giving her grace. Like, damn, son, that shit is fucked up. Even shit that she been through too. I done been hurt, whatever, both of us. You know what I'm saying, son? Like, I don't really wish that on her. If she was getting her money at her time, or she got her crib, or whatever she got her shit, she doing her business. So she'll give her grace in little things. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing it because nobody has to give their op grace, especially if you feel a person been trampling on your name, on your child name, or whatever the fuck. You don't have to give nobody no grace, bro. You don't have to. They could be up and stuck, and nobody can be mad with you, bro. You feel me? And if they did, who cares, right? But at points, it shows a person's character, who you are. You know what I'm saying? That you're not just some hater. You're talking from a place, but you're not just talking from some place of hate. And sometimes it's hard to see that when you're dealing with, when watching things online, especially. Because you don't know if a person comes from a hateful place. You don't know if a person comes from some content play place. You don't know if some person you don't know what people's trying to do, what people's intentions are, what people's subliminal motives are when they're doing anything online. You see what I'm saying? So that whole time she's like, damn, yo, that shit is crazy. You know what I mean? But, I wouldn't even wish that for her. That shit is crazy. But, you see the sisters saying that. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? And even times when the sister's going in, she's in the back. She might try to say, yo, can I ask a question? Boom. But she just fell back, let the sister talk, right? She didn't have to. She could have jumped in on another person. They'd have probably been jumping in. See what I mean? Boom, boom. Asking the sister more questions to trigger the sister to, bro, this is your op. You have the sister here. She can say things and ask the sister things that will make the sister go into her more. To say word, da-da-da-da-da, right? Anybody would do that. If you want to do that, if you have an op, right? She can suggest things into the conversation. She's not even doing it. Feel me? Then somebody messages her, I don't know what. God must have sent the message. You ever seen Bruce Almighty? God said, I'll be there 7 at 7 on the 7th. And Bruce damn sure had to be there at 7 at 7 on the 7th. I know y'all seen it with Jim Carrey. Don't play with me. If you ain't seen it, go see it. Bruce Almighty. So maybe Bruce Almighty sent this shit to fucking Gigi, for all the hell I know. Probably. He get around. So boom. You see that she gets this message. And then we're going to see something change. Trust me, I'm a good reader of people, son. I understand even nonverbal communications, body language, all that, son. I study this shit. It's how I survive the streets, my nigga. Trust me, son. Match it. I learn my head. And I'm going to watch how her energy changes after she receives this message from whoever, Bruce Almighty or Evan Almighty. Maybe I had a part 2, Evan. Yeah. Whether Bruce or Evan Almighty sent this shit to Gigi on Go. And, yeah, that's what the hell happened.
I guess you just posted this. A member sent this. At this point, I'm tired of this.
This is the channel, too. Everybody subscribe to the channel. You already know it's Big Gigi, not the little one, man. You already know. Big Gigi. Okay? Big Gigi. As soon as you put that shit gonna pop up. But you know it's I am her, Gia, right? But just put Big Gigi. That shit showing up. I'm glad she did that, because at first when she had just Gigi, it was harder to find it. Now when you put Big Gigi in, it pops up. It pops up better.
Slandering my name. It's giving obsessed. She acts like she got footage from my. Can y'all read? Let me see. She acts like she got footage from my OnlyFans when in fact she took it from some show I did. Stop hacking our iCloud and taking things off our phone. Okay, so let's address this really quick before I jump off. Charisse, I know she's not the brightest bulb in the tanning bed, but sweetie, I didn't take anything off your phone, your iCloud. I don't know you from a can of paint. I don't even know your phone number. I've never spoke to you. go ahead and take that to the police. Go ahead and see if my number ever touched your phone or ever touched anything. So let's not create this narrative. I don't know your iClouds, but again, my husband, who has been proven all over the world, he's my legal husband. We were on the same iClouds, okay? He did not know you when we were together. You were a poot in the wind. You were too busy chasing Real Chance of Love, trying to suck on his, balls. So nobody knows you, sweetie. I don't know anything about your iCloud or whatever, but my husband, my legal husband, was on my iCloud. So anything that he posted, let's get this through your, I know you had a lot of work done. I know your teeth are fake, and I don't know if that's, over time it's rotting and getting to your brain, so you're not comprehending, but let's get this straight, okay? Anything that is my husband's, bitch, is half mine. Let's get that clear. And and maybe Charisse, you need to tune in, subscribe, so you can log in. Don't shit move until I sign shit. Get that through your head. Ain't nothing moving till I sign it. So until I sign those divorce papers, get this through your dome, girl. I am still his legal wife, okay? Now, when I tried to sign them, you was going around telling everybody I was crazy and we weren't married. So now, bitch, you on my time. I'll sign them whenever the fuck I get ready. How about that? How about that? Okay? Just like you said, you've been saying, you and him lying, saying I'm crazy, saying the daughter wasn't his. Everybody heard me begging for him to just sign the papers when I first filed for the divorce. Bitch, you don't run me. You run your bitch. You run Cannon, not me. Like I said, don't shit move till I sign shit. Just know that. You my side bitch. Okay? Get that clear. You're my side bitch. Okay? Thank you. Anyways, we're not going to give that any more time. I just wanted to get that through her head so she could understand this. Listen, I begged for a divorce. As you guys see, I showed it May 15th, 2022. They were saying he wasn't married, wasn't going to court. They dragged it out. Like I said, go Google it. In California, 6 months, you have to wait to even do anything. I wanted, if you don't agree, I wanted Cannon to come to an agreement so we didn't have to wait right after the 6 months, we can just sign it. He didn't want to do that. They were saying I'm a liar, I'm crazy, all this stuff. Now you think that you gonna run me like you run that nigga? I'm big Gigi, bitch. I run my own program. Don't nobody control Gigi but God, okay? Let's get this straight. So now you on my time. You know what I'm saying? Y'all on my time. So until I sign that divorce, you my side bitch. You my mistress, okay? Let's get this straight real quick. You just doing the work. That's why I put you in that position. So you can suck his dick. You get what I'm saying? So I don't got to. You work for me. Let's get that straight, okay? You my employee. Now, carrying on, we don't want to give this person any more attention because she's delusional and crazy. But y'all go run tell that. Please let her know everything I said, since people like to, or she's stalking me. I don't know who's stalking me because I damn sure am checking for her. So I don't know who's telling her what I said. But it's not a secret. Charisse, please share, like, subscribe. Everybody share, like, subscribe, share this video. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Charisse thinks she's relevant. She thinks she can turn up. She turns up on niggas. You know what I'm saying? She talking all that big shit to Munchie B, to Spiderloaf, to Wax, all this stuff, nigga. I'm a bitch. You can get with me. Please don't let the way I speak fool you guys. Please don't. I am a very respectful woman. I know my place. But just know, bitch, I'm about that life. Charisse, you should already know from the hospital incident, which you already know he got a warrant for, so we still got to go to court. You the one who got the restraining order against me, as you stated, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't get a restraining order on you. I didn't call the police on you. I didn't go to where you were. Bitch, you trying to be me. I gave you my position. Again, you work for me. So let's not go there, okay? Let's not go there. So, like I said, hey, everybody, share, like, subscribe. Big Gigi, Bitter Betty, Jelly Shelly, whatever the fuck you want to call me. All I know is, though, like I said, sincerely, bitch, your wife. I'm out, y'all. See y'all later tonight. I'm going live again. Y'all, put them notifications on. Put them notifications on. Share, like, subscribe. Run this shit up. Run this shit all the way up. Boom. Checkmate.
Use it for button, y'all. Use it for button. Use it for button. Shit blue for a reason. Don't let me lie on the button blue. Don't let me put the motherfucking camera. If your blood, put the camera on the motherfucking button, homie. Shit blue for a reason. Yo, look, though. That shit was crazy. Listen, everybody subscribe to Big Gigi, not the little one. Her name might be Gigi on go, and the motherfucker, I don't know, motherfucker on go. I don't know what's going on, son. Don't know. I know the whole gang on go. That's all I know. Everybody on go. Fuck that. Everybody lifting up their voice, and I like that. I like everybody lifting up their voice. I like every side to a story out. If we're going to have a story out, because if one person's speaking about some shit or two people speaking about some shit, then that means we ain't got the full story of anything that we listening to online. Period. Because if we know in life, you can believe half of what you see, nothing what you see, half of what you hear, whatever the fuck, then that means we know now that we have online, you can believe nothing that you hear, and we can believe nothing that we see. So everything that we do and see got to be backed by receipts, my nigga. It got to be backed by facts and proof. That's not a content play. That's not. We getting too caught up in these content plays on shit going on, bro. Sometimes we don't even know if we looking left or we looking right when we seeing something. And we desensitized, period, to how shit is and real shit and violent shit. To the point now, damn, you don't even jump to when you say, oh shit, this happened? We don't even jump like that no more. And mix the content plays with it. Bro, we most definitely not jumping when we seeing some shit no more like that. Because the content plays most definitely is just dulling our senses, bro. It's just dulling our senses to the point that we can't know what we believe in or what we're seeing, yo. All right? So this is what it's all about. Salute to everybody in the building. Everybody that popped up with us, rocking with us. You already know Big Gigi is in the chat, rocking with us all night. Salute to that. You know what I mean? Most definitely, everybody go subscribe to her channel. Like she said, run her shit up, run her shit up. Her shit gonna move. Her shit is moving. I already seen it. Once she went in her bag, and especially on this conversation, when she went into this shit, you work for me. I put you in a position. What the fuck you talking about? Checkmate, boom, and all this other shit. Bro, I was in there like this. My mouth, I was wide open. I was in this yesterday when I was doing a stream on this shit. I did 2 streams on this shit, motherfucker. So understand that. So I'm trying to show you that she actually has a talent, because sometimes you just reserve yourself in life, but you actually can show up in life, you know what I mean? But she has a thing about it where I'm listening to it, son. And I can't listen to a lot of people for like an hour, bro. I'm sorry, I cannot. I can't, bro. You got to be doing shit. You got to be giving me comedy. You got to give me seriousness. You got to give me this. You got to give me the fact. You got to give me. That's like how I listen to shit, bro. Like even when I conduct streams, I'm into all kinds of bags. I'm in comedy bag. I'm in this bag. I'm in all kind of bags, bro. Regular. This is my natural personality. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm trying to force this shit and be this to you. This is just me. Anybody will tell you this is me, how I'm talking. So you can see all of these things coming across, and you can see all these things coming through. So, you know what I mean? I'm glad Gigi started her own shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not about us or me saying I'm glad for that to say that I wish for Luce Cannon or anybody to be in jail. I'm from the streets. So, you know what I mean? Gigi got her own perspective as a woman. You know what I mean? She's from the streets. She's from the side that she came from, of course. You know what I'm saying? But she's a woman. You know what I'm saying? So I look at women kind of like civilians, unless women actually lifting up straps and doing shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I look at women like civilians too in some aspects. You know what I mean? Even though they may fuck with real people or come from real people as well. I just think the whole situation's crazy. And for Gigi to say, like, you know what I mean? She was willing to sign the papers and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it was all about the papers, really. You know what I'm saying? She even said at one point, because I listen to shit, son. I'm a person that read paperwork, full paperwork, and read the whole shit to you and shit like that. And read the whole shit, at least half of that shit before I even start talking about some shit. So I know something about something. And I'm not just talking from some guessing place. You know what I mean? And, yeah, man, the way she break the whole shit down. Way she's bringing the receipts with it, and she's going into elements with it. I think it's actually impacting people, and it's coming across. You know what I'm saying? And it's really coming across. You know what I mean? And the channel's growing. Salute to that, most definitely. I am her Gia. Big Gigi. Shit's gone. Yeah, you know what I mean? Even though she didn't care about doing this and she didn't care, you know what I mean? It just shows that we all got talents in different ways. And like I said, you know what I mean? Even though we go on big platforms and we strive to be on big platforms to do our thing, to get our voices out sometimes, and we'll think it gets our story out because the shit that she was doing with street TV, we're getting hundreds of thousands of views or some shit, 50,000 or whatever the fuck it was getting, 70s. I don't know. It was getting a lot though. But still, her story was on deaf ears though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was hearing it too, but I wasn't hearing it as loud as I'm hearing this shit now. No. I'm talking about even from her. I wasn't hearing it like that. And it was there. You know what I'm saying? And yes, I see that. Yes, she's attractive and all that. You see this. You know what I'm saying? But I think, look, and she's just on the shit regular, degular, schmegula. Right? She on the shit with the fur looking like a motherfucking little dollar. She looking like a little $10. Chill, Gigi. Don't let me bust my gun. Don't let my straps go off. But I'm just saying though, right? But look, she on this shit that's like this. Chilling. In a motherfucking, wherever the fuck she at, the crib. Chilling. Regular, degular. And look at how much more of an impact this is making. Because look at this thumbnail right here that you're looking at. This is her on street TV. You know what I'm saying? Looking nice, all that, right? Cool. Look at all that. She's just chilling. Regular, degular. Going into her bag, letting the thing speak for what needs to speak. Ain't about nothing. Just letting the word speak, boop. Letting the proof and the receipt speak, boop. That's all. This ain't no big additives and no. This right here that she's doing right here is Kix cereal. Remember Kix cereal, the fucking commercial? No preservative, no additives. Niggas hate when your mom's bought Kix in the crib. Don't lie. Don't lie. You remember the yellow box. Nigga like, oh my God, she ain't getting no Kix. No, I mean no Lucky Charms, nothing. Come on, bro. No Lucky Charms? No nothing? Nah, nigga, she ain't even bring the Lucky Charms. She bought you some Kix. Some regular old preservatives, nigga. This what you gonna get, nigga. This is good for you. You just need to have this medicine type shit. So this is coming across like that. You know what I mean? So it's a lot, man. It's a lot. Like she said, she got another episode that just dropped. So I want everybody to go over there, go run that up. Get that shit on go. Because you know everything on go. Shout out to the whole Go gang in here with us. We all on go. Make sure everybody got the subscriptions here on go. Make sure everybody got the likes on go. You feel me? Shout out to all my kings, all my queens that's rocking with me right now. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what it's all about. It's not about us picking a race. It's not about me saying, yo, oh, Gigi doing the thing right now or whatever, to say, oh, shit, Luce, stay your ass in prison or fuck all Charisse or nothing. It's not about that for me. For me, it's not about that. For me, we're all black, son. So I don't care. You know what I mean? But everybody gonna have these shits. And I come from the hood, son. You know what I mean? Niggas squab it up. Niggas do anything. So we come from it, son. Tracks. That's where I come from. Fades up. So I get it. So a good old fade is a good old fade, my nigga. This is a fade. They running a fade right now. You know what I mean? Gigi said she got her ass whooped before when they was trying to smudge her name and smudge her shit out. Whatever. Her voice wasn't big enough. Boom, boom, boom. She said she took her ass whooping like a champ. That's it. And now she's saying she giving her ass whooping out now. And now she need everybody to take their ass whoopings like champs. So I can respect some gangster ass whooping. Squabble up type energy. I could respect some squabble up type energy. I ain't gonna hold you on facts. You know what I mean? Shout out to Retired Troll in the building. You already know. 2 thumbs down came in the building. Everybody gets shot out. I don't give a fuck if you're a troll. A real troll, not retired troll. That's my dog. Peace and love. You already know. Shout out to you, bro. You already know. Big Gigi again, always, man. It was too much of it. Guess what, though? Tommy John, don't care. DJ Big, and you know, that's the bro, always, man. Sexy Slim, that's the sis, man. She ain't even in here. I'm going to shout out because that's my sis. Sinatra Cash, you already know. Big up to Sinatra, always. And Chad Smith, you already know the vibes with that. And 80 Mola, that's my sis. Even though my 2 sisters ain't here, those are my 2 sisters, so I'm always going to big them up. Shout out to everybody, man. You know what I mean? This is a real situation. This is my take on what's going on with this. You know, I don't see it being stopped. Now I'm seeing Whack 100 going off. Yo, you better get your bitch. You better get your bitch. You see Whack going off and shit, wildin'. Until you say, bitch. Leave that nigga alone when he busting plays for us at the same moment. Then I'm gonna say, bitch. I'm like, damn, Whack. Come on, bro. Yo, this nigga Whack went ham. But, and I'm not calling Charisse this, but this is what Whack said. But then I understand what Whack says that say that she said that he was a concubine or like a mistress or something like that. Which I can understand. That shit sounds crazy to call a man some crazy shit like that. That's really.
Oh no, you can't be serious. That is some bullshit.
So I never really knew what Whack was mad about that much. I was like, Whack, this a content, Whack friend or something. So then I really start hearing what Whack's talking about. In that part, I'm like, okay, I can understand that. For real. Whether you want to think Whack 100, you don't believe nothing with him, I can understand that, even with Whack. Even a broken clock is right at least once a day, bro. Trust me, I'm not a biased person, son. Feel me? So I just don't do shit. Yo, Whack, fuck all that. I do that too. No one decision. But if Whack is coming at somebody else and he might be right about something, he could be right about something too. That don't mean if he's wrong about everything else. He could be right too. So that's how I deal with people. People can be wrong and right, even at the same time. Okay, cool. But yeah, man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. So we ain't on no hate trains here. I ain't got no horses in any of these races, bro. And I'm glad that I am from New York, so that, you know what I mean? I ain't got no bias. If I was from LA, niggas be like, nah, nigga, you biased. Fuck off, nigga. Where you from? We gonna get down, nigga. We gonna get down. Nigga, on Pyro. We gonna get down. So I know niggas be fucking me like, man, that nigga from New York. Nigga, that fucking dumbass nigga. I know niggas be saying that shit. And niggas don't want me to grow anymore, so I know y'all don't want to say shit to me, nigga. Trust me, nigga. You see me growing my little 5,000 without hating on you niggas. I never even hated on any of you. So imagine if I hated on you motherfuckers every day like SBG TV or one of them niggas. Yeah, nigga, my shit would be on a million trillion too, nigga. What the fuck you think? But I don't do that. And I jump out of that content and switch content, go to different things. Talk Kanye, talk Diddy, talk this, talk fucking Corey Holcomb, and I talk other things. Because it's not just one thing. I don't want you to ever look at my whole channel and ever see any one person on my channel. Because no one person could ever create this. Only the Most High God helped me create this. Only the Most High God is going to get credit for this. So you always going to see speckled things on here. If you don't see me all by myself on this shit all day, my face, my pretty face, beautiful face that my mother gave me, give a fuck what you think about my face. I know my shit beautiful because it looked like my mom's. Fuck off. R.I.P. to Donda too, Kanye moms. Because the album Fire, Donda too. So you know what I mean? So we could get into real shit. I'm a real gangster. I remember everything. So we can understand all that. Salute to everybody in the building. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, it's only right that I go into a record and we're going to run it out with a record, man. This is me featuring Maine. My album's on the way this year. But this video I'm going to be dropping this summer. You know what I'm saying? After that, I might be dropping a record with me and Tory Lanez. And then I'm going to be dropping a record with me and Davies on that record. You know what I mean? I'm a songwriter. I've been writing music for people in the industry since I've been like 12 years old. I did music too. I do music too as well. Hence my new album is going to drop. But, you know, just being caught up in the streets, just running around, just doing a lot of different shit, selling drugs, doing all the other shit, you know what I'm saying? That I'm covering, the stories that I'm covering when niggas tell me I'm talking about gangbang and all this other shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Being in a lot of this shit, you know what I'm saying, just held me back a lot, you know what I mean? But I got a chance to get away from all of that, you know what I mean? For now, because, you know, every day you could get called back into any day a motherfucker could want their feathers fluffed. So I understand God is great. I just ask for God for protection from myself and from my enemies. But more from myself, because I think I could be my worst enemy even more than my worst enemy. So God is great, you know what I'm saying? And we at the best place, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to play this record, me featuring Mano. I rap, I sing, I write all these kinds of musics. I wrote a lot of music for people that you love and you like. Trust me, I did. And yeah, I want y'all to tell me how the record sounds. It's called Trust No Hoes. So this ain't no shots at nobody. It's called Trust No Hoes. And men and women can be hoes. As I said, I was cheating. Many of my old women say, yeah, that nigga's a cheating ass dog. Yes, I was. So, but yeah, but I changed my ways and ways. And me having those great women that I did have, I still hear their voices echoing in my mind. Even though they might not be in my life today to impact it, they did impact it from some of the things that we went through and some of the things that they told me and shit. You know what I mean? Even though I made it, denied it. Like, fuck, you lying at the time. But they voice echoed in my mind and it helped me to change shit for the next person that I was with, just for myself. So salute to all the women that I've been with, man. You know what I mean? Salute to all the women that I've wronged in my life and did. You know what I'm saying? I'm not perfect. You know what I mean? Because all of y'all rode with me. All of y'all stood 10 toes with me. All of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Even the most shadiest ones of you. You know what I mean? Was always rocked out with me. And y'all always fuck with me just for me. Never for the money, never for nothing. So I love all the women that ever been with me, ever fuck with me, ever rock with me, ever. You know what I'm saying? I'm gangster. I'm gangster. You all right? So this is called Trust No Hoes. This ain't for nobody in particular. You know what I'm saying? This ain't for nobody in particular, yo.
Thought she was broke, yo. She was really about her name. Took her, but she got a man. She was fucking me.
That's me, nigga. OOTA.
That's what she do.
My shit fire, nigga.
Stranger in my house, like to me, I wonder. She only see you, I see deception on her eyes. She with me and my God. How could I fall in love with her when my homie used to fall with her? Shit, I met her in the club, she was looking for some love. I had a bottle, blew a dub with her. Acting freaky off the throne shots. Man, imagine when the bub hit her. If she really got a man, then he gotta understand. Oh, that nigga better come get her. Trust no. Can you turn her into a housewife? That's a no.
what these hoes do. Usually got a friend that's a hoe too. Spot him at the club, that's the whole crew. Couple rappers running through the whole crew. Told me meet her at the hotel. Said she got a man, but I won't tell. That's another nigga PM. But she got ball players in her DMs. Brought a friend with her in the same room. Fucked them both, then I woke up in the shade room. Whole Snapchatting while niggas sleep. Said she want a rich boy, cause her nigga cheap. Told me she got friends off the shooter block. She fuck different niggas, dealers coming through a block. Can't love her, can't judge her though. I'm just saying real niggas can't trust her hoe.